It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Now on ESPN 620, 98.7 FM HD2, and streaming live at ArizonaSports.com. The guys are powered by the law offices of Lerner and Rowe. In a record need a check? Make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. And now on your ESPN station in Phoenix, ESPN 620, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Well, good afternoon, Hoop fans. It is Thursday, March 19th, and the madness is officially started, and we are rolling through opening day of the round of 64 here at Twin Peaks Camelback, and the bracket busters have already arrived. The story of the day so far, number 12, High Point pulls off the stunner. They just took down number 5 seed Wisconsin, 83-82. Chase Johnson hit a massive triple to seal it, giving the Panthers their first ever tournament win. And speaking of first, all right, Huskers, welcome. After an 0-8 all-time start in the Big Dance, the number 4 Huskers cruise past Troy, 76-47. History in making for the Big Reds. Also, a heart-stopper early window as number 9 seed TCU escaped with a 66-64 win over number 8 seed Ohio State in a back-and-forth heavyweight fight. The hero was the hour was Xavier Edmonds, who went coast to coast for a game-winning layup with just 4 seconds left on the clock. And the Horned Frogs trailed as many as 9 in the second half, but they clawed back behind a gritty defensive effort to punch their ticket to the round of 32. We are on major upset alert as number 16 Siena is currently up double digits over top seed Duke. We'll keep you on alert on that. McNeese and Vanderbilt are underway too, with Vanderbilt only up by 2 with about a minute and a half remaining in the first half. Louisville was up by like 20 or 30, but the UCF has come back and they've cut that down quite a bit. Shortly, just getting ready to tip off will be Michigan State, which is ranked number 3, number 14 North Dakota State, and then rounding out the afternoon slate, the early slate for us, the 125 game is number 4, Arkansas and Hawaii. All right, we got a lot to get into aside from the March Madness, the bracket chaos. Miami of Ohio knocking off SMU last night was a big win for them. They'll now take on number 6 Tennessee tomorrow. We're also talking Suns. They're in San Antonio. A big test for them. It's Wemby versus Book. Can the Suns answer, or is it another rough night against one of the West's hottest teams? We'll have Rick Horrow, the sports professor, will join us, talk about the Madness money, NIL, and what's next. We also will get into it with Arizona's color analyst, Ryan Hansen, as they get ready for Long Island. Howard Balzer, the Cards. We got Peaks Picks. Got a lot more, Rock Standby. So we have a lot to get into today. But we encourage you, if you are looking for a place to watch a game and you want to actually get into it with fans and people jumping up and having a good time, and groups of people that have no jobs today, and that is any of the 5 Twin Peaks locations today. Where Camelback tomorrow will be Scottsdale. But again, this is a great time of the year. If you love basketball or maybe need to get a vasectomy, this is the day to do it.
I never thought about that, getting the vasectomy.
Get the peas out and watch basketball.
You're stuck at the house. There's no question.
It's the busiest 2 days in that industry.
Is it really?
Oh, it always has been. You guys don't know. Every year I bring that up.
I forget that.
Why?
I never had to do
Why
that.
do you think? You got to tell your employer, hey, I need to get a vasectomy. You're out with some freaking cold peas on your you-know-what.
Yeah.
And you get to sit back and watch all this basketball for 2 days.
They
There's
actually get them?
There's not a better 2 days to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Strategic vasectomy weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
But everybody knew that.
How about the Big Ten so far?
I've
never thought about it. I've never had one of those. So
And I didn't have to worry
about it. I had my kids. I'm done. How about the Big Ten so far? Struggling.
They suck.
With the exception of Fred Hoiberg and Nebraska,
How about that?
which Rock just talked about, finally winning a NCAA tournament game. But you have Ohio State knocked out, and now you have Wisconsin knocked out. Look, everybody was chatting it up. Oh, the Big Ten. No, we sat here and told everybody the entire time that the Big 12 is far and away the best basketball conference this year. And so far, they are proving.
How much fun was that to watch Miami, Ohio
Oh, it was fun.
hoist 41 threes?
I thought of you, Manuch, when the swimmers came in with their Speedos.
I'm not that spelt anymore. Trust me, I would never be caught wearing a marble bag. But those three kids between Byers, Skulljack, how you say his name, Skulljack,
Yep.
and Elmer, they shot 24 threes between them. They hoisted forever.
I know.
And there, here they are. It's like 3 or 4 minutes. You'd think they would run some clock out. They're hoisting it during the back doors.
Everything.
I mean, they were doing everything. And even though SMU was a man down, I just was impressed. Skulljack missed his first three.
Yeah.
But they're not bashful.
No.
And watching these games today, some of these upsets, the parity abounds, at least so far as talent. But if you've got shooters on your team, you either take the lead, you get back in the game, or you take the lead. It's tough for the other team to catch up to you.
That's one of the reasons why finding shooters is now so important in college basketball, because it's turned into such a three-point game well. So you can find guys who aren't great slashers or unbelievable athletes who can sky out of the gym. You want to find a guy you can set a screen for. He gets free and drains the three-pointer.
And they come down, Miami of Ohio is like, no big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference between 41% shooting and 23% shooting by TCU. But I really felt SMU's athleticism would eventually take over, but they could not get back. And Miami of Ohio, they moved the ball. I mean, they cut, they move. I mean, they were constant motion. That's what impressed me about open looks by these kids watching this. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. There was really no defense for getting on the perimeter by this SMU.
You have Arizona State make that phone call to that coach at Miami of Ohio.
I think that's already been said.
He won't take that job.
Why wouldn't he?
I mean, I think he's going to get better offers. He's going to have many offers, I think,
All
the
right,
way he's
but
coaching.
if you want to be in the best league, it's
That's
the best
true.
league. It's the Big 12.
Absolutely.
So,
You're right about that.
Thank you.
I bet I bet there's been some kind of backdoor reach out, at least by now. I would hope so. I would hope so.
So a lot of people are watching this Duke-Siena game. Of course, that would be in a huge upset, and everybody's bracket would be, most people's bracket. Huge percentage of the country would be just destroyed if Duke would lose. I have a lot of people I know that have taken Duke. Like, I don't really care who you took, but
That's
a lot of people have to tell me that they took Duke. And, the way I look at this game, it's halftime there. Duke is down by 11. It reminds me of a Mid-American Conference football team playing a Big Ten football team.
Okay.
The first half is always close.
Sure.
And then the athletes
Settle
take
in.
over in that second half.
Unless you're Northern Illinois playing Notre Dame.
But that happened once.
I know.
But, or Appalachian State, being
Michigan,
Michigan.
yeah.
But those things happen
I know.
so randomly.
And if a team can withstand that storm, I mean, the emotion, by the time that team comes out, they're spent. I mean, look at the Ohio State game. I mean, they're down by, 15 at half? They come back in the second half, and they're laying the wood until the last, 7 seconds of the game.
Yep.
So I agree with you, Rock. I said, if you got the emotion, you get the lead, how do you sustain that? That's why I looked at that Miami Ohio game and I said they sustained that the entire game. Now, defensively, you think of a couple things. Think of this Wisconsin game. How do you allow somebody, a couple things, high point to release on the defensive side? And then how do you allow, in that TCU game, how do you allow him to go coast to coast? I mean, Ohio State, where's your deep? Where's that Big Ten defense?
Laz, look up something for me and see what Wisconsin averages scoring was and what they give up, because I'm going to make this statement before we even have that. Wisconsin is not used to playing the pace that they just played, because the Big Ten is more of half-court setup, beat you down low on the block. Let me know when you find it,
I'll
Laz.
look right now.
Okay, thanks, pal.
Should we take a break? And
No,
you
not
could
necessarily.
come to the show it yourself being prepared.
I did. I
you
just
didn't
thought of
expect
that.
that?
I
You didn't
just
expect
thought of that.
It's a computer thing, Rock.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you know me on the
If
computer.
you don't want that computer I bought you,
No, that works
I'll
for
take
me.
it back and give it to a homeless guy that can probably get more
What are you talking
benefit out of it than you are.
Knows how
I
to use it.
Lamb's got it.
They average 83, which
Yep.
is ironic because they scored 82.
Yep.
But they give up 75.
There you go. And how much did they give up today?
83.
There you go. I mean, that's
So I don't get. What's your point?
my point is that Wisconsin is not used to playing the tempo that they had to play against High Point, where the Big Ten is generally a slower tempo, more of a half-court game.
How many? I don't have this in front of me, but I would normally get it if I, had the time. But I got
a request?
I got to get. But let me get a request in too. How many threes did High Point put up? Because I think that the most they had this year was like 36.
I
High
remember hearing
Point from 3 points.
They had
They
40.
went 15 for 40.
15?
40.
40.
So they put a season high.
Dang near 40%.
You keep firing them off.
That's like what Miami, Ohio shot last night. They were 16 for 41. So that's a formula right
What did
there.
we just talk
Yeah,
about?
3-point
We
shooting,
talk about
man.
shooters, not scores, shooters.
All right, got a replay rewind again. We're out here at Twin Peaks. Thanks to Michelob Ultra and Bud Light. Of course, Miami of Ohio, we talked about. The madness is already kicking in with TCU and High Point pulling off some big upsets. We got Charles Barkley taking a blowtorch to Arizona. Jalen Bradley on what a title would mean for the Cats. And Lionel Messi hitting his insane 900th career goal. So that's all part of our rewind. Next, Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B live from Twin Peaks, Camelback.
Need to feed a crowd? Let Venencia's bring the flavor to your next event. We know you have a lot of options when feeding a large group. Ordering directly from Venencia's means you get the best service and the absolute best pricing. There's no per-person fee. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll come up with a perfect plan to ensure everyone's well-fed and happy. Grad party, office celebration, family reunion. Invite Venencia's to the table. Text catering to 411-24/7. That's catering to 411-247 or Venencias.com.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for Titleist limited time loyalty rewarded promotion. When you special order any 3 Titleist Pro V1, Pro V1X, or Pro V1X Left Dash or AVX dozen golf ball, you'll get another dozen free. Golf with more speed and shorthand control than ever before with the #1 ball in golf. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
The road to the championship ends Monday, April 6th, and the place to watch it is DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale with Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B on ESPN 620. Join us from 1 till 4 p.m. as we break down the matchup, the betting angles, and everything you need before tip-off of the big championship game. Cold drinks, big screens, and the best sports crowd in the Valley. Come hang with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Live Monday at DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale. The championship game deserves a championship setting. Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-777-1225.
It's Thursday, and welcome to Lodge Mentality. The guys are live at Twin Peaks Phoenix, located at 21st Street in Camelback. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree beer, served in perfectly frosted 22-ounce mugs. Here's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
They traveled about an hour away from Oxford, all for this. They belong. It's a Miami moment. The Redhawks win their first NCAA tournament game since 1999, and they advance.
Yeah, Miami, Ohio. They're right outside the Dayton Club and Cincinnati area. It used to be called the Redskins before the Redhawks, and they rolled into the first four. And good win for them. Good representation for the Mid-American Conference. So, and wait till you hear this. The Miami, Ohio swim team pulled up in their Speedos. Yeah. And March Madness is one thing, but March weirdness is another.
Jim, they took your swimsuits. Those guys weren't in the pool this morning. Potentially blame it on the Speedos.
Yeah, it's disturbing. It was awesome. I can't watch that stuff.
I'm watching the game,
I'm uncomfortable.
and these guys come running down the stairs.
When I see Speedos, I think of Canadians. When I grew up on the Jersey Shore, you'd see these guys in their Speedos, like they were all from Canada. I mean, guys in the United States aren't allowed to wear Speedos.
I would never be caught with that. One of those
no
bad
way.
No way. I'd be caught dead one of those
Jimmy,
bad boys.
I could see you wearing a Speedo.
Hey, I've had a banana hammock in the past. I'm not going to lie. But when I watched that last night, it was classic when they come running down the stairs. And the crowd, which was all Miami based.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nuts in that building. And the crowd went crazy, absolutely crazy.
All right, let's continue with our replay rewind, which is brought to you by Lerner & Rowe. TCU this morning stunned Ohio State. Xavier Edmonds delivered the dagger with just 4.1 seconds left. We've got the go-ahead bucket and the call.
If it's a ball screen, be interested to see if they trap it. Harding, screen, Edmonds works around it. Harding on a kick. Punch. Plays it inside. Edmonds for the lead. He's got the layup with 4.1. Wow. How about the punch?
TCU goes on to win that game. Another bracket buster alarm is already going off. High Point knocks off Wisconsin, and their head coach says maybe it's time for people to start respecting the mid-majors.
Your first NCAA tournament game, Coach Klayman. It looks pretty obvious to me that high majors need to play mid-majors during the season because they said we ain't played nobody. We played somebody now. To do it. Feels unreal. Because I know how good of a team we have. But nobody will play us. Just like they wouldn't play Miami, Ohio. But they got to play us in this tournament. Coach, we're down by 10 early on. What changed? We settled in. We got a hell of a team. We settled in.
All right, you settled it.
Hey, Wisconsin, High Point this for crying out loud.
Yep.
The only thing he didn't say, but he's so fired up about, hey, look, nobody gets the respect. Mid-majors are getting the respect, and we're seeing this. The prowess of some of these teams that are starting to come alive against the big boys.
Everybody bagged not only on High Point schedule, but everybody bagged on Miami of Ohio
Rightfully
schedule.
so.
Yes, because nobody would play them. They try, but nobody wants to possibly get that loss in a non-conference game.
All right, lads, go pat yourself on the back. What'd you say at the very end of the show yesterday?
He did.
I said High Point will beat Wisconsin at DraftKings yesterday.
You said it.
Yeah.
And I even bet on them on DraftKings, and I won about $150.
Look at you. Wow.
You're buying.
High Point.
You're buying, dude.
Beer's on me, Jimmy B.
Blind squirrel finds that nut once in a while.
All right, speaking of respect, again, let me forget that. Slash that right now. I want to go back to what you just said. Blind squirrel. It's the whole thing that I hate about the brackets with friends that are telling me, I had High Point. I told you last night they're going to be High Point. He didn't even know where High Point was.
I asked Jimmy
He
before the
thought
show.
it was in South Carolina. It's in North Carolina.
I agree, Rock.
So I don't want to hear that BS that he give him all his. I ain't giving him any.
Give him
pat on the back.
Give him his flowers. He
No.
He
I
shot.
don't even know who High Point was.
He threw
What
a
are they, the Panthers? I don't even know what their name
He
is.
threw a bunch of lights. He had one that stuck up against
Probably the
wall.
Wildcats. I don't know. Whatever. What are they?
Panthers.
Oh, they are the Panthers?
Yeah, they are.
Absolute guess against the North Carolina Carolina Panthers. Yeah. All right. So Charles Barkley, speaking of respect, I'll get back to that, is already in midseason form. And his take on Arizona is exactly what you'd expect. It's loud, it's blunt, and absolutely not safe for you Arizona Wildcat fans.
This isn't March Madness. This is the Arizona ass-kicking invitational. And we accepting all challenges. Listen, hey, Michigan's got a great team. I love Coach May. I think that the injury might hurt them a little bit. I think the injury's going to hurt Duke.
Cut it all off. Why wouldn't U of A fans have that same attitude? They're all skittish.
They've been there before. They get to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to be ranked number one because they superstition.
Too much pressure.
Charles, an Auburn grad's got more bravado for the Wildcats than the Wildcat fans do. I love it, and they're just they got some shooters over there.
Hope I can get a happy. I don't have a problem with that. If my team, like I've been like that with some of the professional sports teams, you just hang low and just let them do their thing.
I get that.
And then when they win, then you can pound your chest.
I get it. But a lot of them are like, well, there's some thing that's I'd be very cut. So, we got the shooters, we got the prowess. We're good to go. I mean,
they should be maybe. All right, we got the team that could do this.
Sure, exactly.
There's never been a year. This is a year.
Yeah, but they're like the trepidation about.
Really? I haven't seen her. Heard
I've run into it. You should have heard last yesterday.
Was crying the blues.
Well, Manuch said if K-State was the 1 seed, I'd be like, you know what? We got this. I said, well, you don't have to worry about that because they won't ever be a 1 seed.
Barely, you can't even get in a tournament.
He ducked the question. He ducked U of A. He had to go somewhere else to find Wildcats.
All right, let's stay with the Wildcats. As Jayden
man.
Bradley sat down with Easy Family and talked about a national championship, what it would mean to Les and his buddies in that fan base.
Man, I always hear about the Final Four team and how when people talk about that, how much joy that brings to the city. But I feel like a championship, just mean the world to the people. We always talk about just giving back and the people behind the scenes rewarding them, and I feel like with a championship to Tucson, it'd be electric.
So, I mean, what street would they have the parade on?
4th Ave, baby.
Is that like right where all the bars are?
That's where O'Malley's is.
Okay, I know where that is.
All that good stuff.
Okay, all right. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there.
We know that. Wait. I thought you were a little skittish.
Yeah, you were skittish.
Well, once they win, I'll be the one with my shirt off running down the street.
You finally had some. I didn't hear. Well, hopefully I'll be there. You said I'll be there. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that, Les. I'll be there.
Yeah,
we got this.
All right, switch it up. Lionel Messi added another ridiculous milestone, career goal number 900. We got the call on yet another historic moment from the GOAT.
It's a Paul that took a little bit of a touch there to steer it wide. Aguilar is there, cutting it back in. Lionel Messi looking for a shot. It's gone. Lionel Messi, the 900th goal of his illustrious career. And it puts Inter Miami in front early in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Lionel Messi or Lionel, a lot of people say it. I think it's Lionel, right?
Lionel.
But he's just absolutely amazing.
Oh, he is.
I mean, he's worth so much money. I just can't.
It's about $50 million a year just as salary.
Oh yeah,
it's off
over
the
charts. I mean, he can end up being $1 billion athlete.
Sure.
I mean, it's just nuts. But he's clearly the GOAT. I would have loved to have heard that in Spanish.
Oh,
they're just better.
Yeah,
Balzer
it is
so much
but
better.
not only that, you get the goal that goes for like 30 seconds.
All right.
It's awesome.
Today's Replay Rewind is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck, need a check, make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. And always at lernerandrowe.com. Also, while you go there, at lernerandrowe.com, check out Lerner and Rowe Gives Back, their charitable arm. Their foundation got a big golf tournament coming up in April, and you don't want to miss it. It's at the end of April. By far one of the biggest, if not the biggest tournament in the state. They take over 2 18s at McCormick, and it's the 13th year. So if you're looking to support a good cause and play some golf on an morning afternoon, then come on out. And we'll be broadcasting live that day, so that'd be kind of fun. So
Did we get to play?
no, Dude, it's an age limit.
Oh, so you can't play rock?
No,
It's
the
on-
age limit.
I know,
Meaning
that's what I
if
said,
you're
yeah.
over 80,
Yeah.
it's pace of play.
What?
I mean,
Pace of
and
play.
we play from the right tees. We don't play the forward tees.
I play from the whites.
Well, we play from the
You
greens.
play from the blues or
blues
or
or
the
the
black.
greens or whatever color it is.
Okay. So what's the big deal? It's like 10 yards different.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
You could barely do it. You could barely do 3 hours a day, 4 days a week.
Well, I have
You're
to-
going to tell me you could play in a golf tournament that takes 5-6 hours?
That's much easier than working with you guys.
No, you
Not
could do
really.
it. You could do it. I mean, if you want to carry my bag,
Yeah, I can
or
do that.
drive the golf cart, or just Michelob Ultra, or something like that, you're more welcome
I'll
to do
just
that.
be your gopher.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep them coming.
we got to give you something to do. Are you doing the sound like I'm requesting? Is that you, or somebody else is
That's
bailing
me.
you out?
That's me.
Somebody's bailing you out.
No,
Did somebody show you how to pull the sound?
I sent
Yes,
it
we
to-
did.
I sent it to Connor.
But does he take the
Yeah.
actual
We showed them, yeah.
clip and then he puts it?
He's
But
got
I
it
never
down
see-
now.
He's got
Why
it.
do I never get to see it? It's
I
never
just
there.
didn't put it on there. I had it on
Where
there.
else would it go?
He goes to Connor, and then Connor
I
puts
would
it on.
love
Yeah,
to see
then
it
Connor
on the
puts it on.
lineup.
Hey,
So
Rob,
when I'm doing this
Baby
at 5 in the
steps, man.
morning,
Yeah.
They just
Come on, don't put too much on
He
me.
gets it there to Connor, and Connor puts on
Hey,
the
there's
lineup.
an age limit on doing the sound.
no, there is not.
Yeah.
No,
There is.
no. I mean, no.
Had to figure out on his computer how to download, how to send it, and hey, Rock, we're good. He gets it
Connor's
to
my
Connor,
man. Connor is my
and
man.
then we're good.
So what would be real big is like on a Friday when he's not off, he still goes ahead and does the sound.
Yeah,
I mean, he is on salary.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like an hourly
Like
thing
we're on
anymore.
vacation, we do the same
I
thing.
might have to do it from the golf course. That'll be.
Dude, you're
rough
not.
around
You
here.
are not at the golf course at 8 in the morning or
No.
9 in the morning. Yeah.
No, I'm there by 10.
do I by 10?
Yeah.
So you get your 9 holes in.
No, I'll play 18, sometimes 27.
So what's that executive course that your dad lived on?
No, that's not
That's
executive.
Oakwood.
That's
That's a
executive
full
course.
course.
Yeah, it's about
Par 70?
about 4,200 yards.
Par
give or
71?
take.
Par
Yeah.
71?
You guys.
Is it par 70?
No, it's a par 72 course. So it's over. It's like 6,500
From the
yards.
tips, it's about 5,500 yards.
Yeah, I don't
give
know
or
what
take.
you're talking
Yeah,
about.
5,500 yards. Maybe 6,000. You played beyond. You played the championship tees, about 6,000. Driver wedge. That was pretty much that sixth hole that Dad's on. He's
Par,
my dad
seven,
used to
par
use.
72. Your dad lived on Oakwood.
Yeah, Oakwood, exactly.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
par 72, and it's a championship course.
Call that a
And it's got like
3 nines.
3 9.
3 nines.
3 nines.
Yep. Kind
kind of
Pretty nice. So you can play the Lakes
So,
course.
so you're saying how big is it? How long is it? You think?
Uh,
65 something?
what the one I play is, I think it's like 62.
Man, I don't,
if that.
what year?
62.
Yeah.
Because right now, here I am on their website.
Yeah.
And the blue is 54. You play the white,
What?
which
What
is
are you looking-
4,800.
Oh,
I'll show
what
it
are
to
you looking at?
You're right there.
Jimmy, I just
No,
Oakwood, 48.
No, that's not even
Oakwood.
No, Oakwood. You have to look up Iron Oak. Sorry about that.
That's what I want. That's the Ironworks Oaks
well,
page.
that must be Ironwood. Look up Oakwood.
Jimmy, I said 5,500. That's where
No,
it's
it's
at.
not even close. Where I play, it's like 62, 63.
All right, coming up, Rick Horrow, the sports professor, will join us. We'll talk about the March Madness money, the conference power, the television, the NIL, all the business stuff that goes on in sports right now. But first, is it Laz?
Laz.
He's got a ESPN Radio 620 Sports Center update.
It's now time for your Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Matt Lazarus. March Madness is officially underway, and we already have drama. Early in the second half, number 1 overall seed Duke is in a battle, trailing 16 seed Siena by 3 as they try to avoid what would be an all-time upset. And we've already gotten our first bracket buster. 12 seed High Point has taken down 5 seed Wisconsin. Chase Johnson came up huge, knocking down a clutch three-pointer to give High Point the late lead, then icing the game with his first 2-point basket of the entire season. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update is powered by Twin Peaks and Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. With 5 value locations, Twin Peaks is your go-to spot for scratch-made game day bites. Try the new baked pretzel with chipotle queso, the double-stacked brisket nachos, or the smokestack burger loaded with smoked brisket and barbecue sauce. All perfect with a 29-degree Michelob Ultra draft.
When it's game time in the Valley, you know what time it is. It's Twin Peaks time. Head to Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations and massive screens everywhere you look. From basketball, baseball to hockey, fights, and more, there's no better place to catch every play and all the action. Bud Light is a proud partner of sports fans everywhere. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views. Bigger fields, bigger events, bigger experiences. Arizona Athletic Grounds. Arizona Athletic Grounds is a 275-acre sports and entertainment destination for athletes, fans, and families. Located in Mesa, AAG is one of the largest multi-sport complexes in the country, with over 475,000 square feet indoors and more than 150 fields and courts. From tournaments to training to cheer, dance, concerts, and corporate events, the Grounds does it all. Learn more at azgrounds.com.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm Attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is bad enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a lowball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Lerner and Rowe today. 977-1900.
Game on Peoria. When it's time to eat big, drink cold, and watch every play, make it Big's American Bar and Grill in the P83 district. Big's is serving up huge portions of your favorites. Burgers, wings, nachos, plus a full bar and TVs everywhere you look. And don't miss happy hour Monday through Thursday, 3 to 6:30 p.m. with $2 off well drinks and $2 off domestic drafts, plus daily specials all week long. Bring your friends, grab a seat on the patio, and settle in for the game. Big's American Bar and Grill, where Peoria comes to play, eat, and watch.
Hey, it's time to find that F-Series truck you want at a price you can't afford to miss, because it is Ford Truck Month. Yep, and Ford Truck Month is about the only way that America's best-selling line of trucks for 49 years running gets better. Ford Truck Month at our Desert Ford dealers. Hey, Paul Calvise here. Man, we wait all year for these amazing offers. The Ford F-150. America counts on it. We get to drive it. And that's not all we get. Check out these savings. How about 0% APR for 60 months with 0 down, 0 payments for up to 90 days, plus $1,000 in truck month cash on a 2025 Ford F-150. We're talking on the job site, on the family camper, off-roading. F-150 trucks are icons of muscle and performance. And again, during Ford Truck Month, get 0% APR for 60 months with 0 down, 0 payments for up to 90 days, plus $1,000 in truck month cash on a 2025 Ford F-150. But it all ends March 31st. Just click buyfordnow.com.
Time to talk about the business side of sports. Leading expert in the business of sports, author of the new bestseller, The Sport Business Handbook, host of Power of Sports, and architect of over 100 deals worth billions in sports, the sports professor Rick Horrow joins Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
We always enjoy having Rick Horrow, the sports professor, on. And the first thing I want to ask you, Rick, is are you going to change your dog's name from Duke to Sienna here in a few minutes?
I think we're going to be okay with 4 points, maybe 6 points. This can't be a rebound, come away, think you got it. So, now that's a very good question, by the way. Sienna was one of those questions that there are 5 teams in Division I sports who are named after a color, and nobody gets them. It's Navy, it's Burn, it's Bowling Green, it's Sienna, and who's the 5th? I forgot.
You can't bring a great stat like that and not have the answer. That's something our producer would do. Come on, or Jimmy would do that.
All right, Brown.
A Harvard grad.
Brown.
Okay.
Brown.
All right. Yeah, an Ivy League. Yeah.
That's a pretty good question, by the way. If you hadn't interrupted me, let me remember, I would have, got that. So there we go.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. My alma mater, Penn's got Illinois today. So, sorry Harvard didn't make it. Penn's going to be in there. Watch out.
Yeah, no, I understand, but they'll be in there for a day.
Yeah. Hey, how much more valuable is the tournament today because of TV and streaming and gambling all integrated? Because it's all integrated, and at times it wasn't. We were all gambling on the side, or some of us were. Can it get any bigger than it already is now?
We all were. And the thing about it is there was absolutely, no doubting that this was the revenue machine that basically kept college football and college basketball, basically basketball, going. And now, the women's tournament has some significant revenues as well. And the bottom line of all of this is going to be the biggest revenue producer probably ever. And now what we got is, the 16-team playoff in a couple of years. I don't think anybody's 68 in college basketball, but the two of them are side by side as far as revenue producers.
Are you okay with the play-in? I don't think he gets as much play, pun intended, when it comes to how we are here. We're at Twin Peaks and Camelback, and there's not a seat available. But just being out and about, being a bar owner, there were people that were saying, hey, turn on the Miami of Ohio game.
Well, yeah, but listen, in the Midwest, it was probably one of the biggest Wednesday night viewerships you could possibly imagine. It was the quantity of the non-power conferences against the power conferences, and imagine what would happen if Miami, Ohio was not accepted or allowed in. So, there's a whole bunch of this conversation, and I think we're going to be in pretty good shape, especially because in just a second, Duke's going to take the three-pointer. We can't do it live.
No, we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that.
All right, well,
CBS will get mad, or True
but
TV or whoever.
Because Boozer just passed it to the enemy, so I can't complete the play. So we're okay.
So let me ask you, though, this, all seriousness, you being have spent some money at Duke because of your kids and things of that sort.
Yeah.
North Carolina Duke better than anybody in that rivalry. What would this mean for a Duke program if Siena would hold on? What would the boosters? Would they just go absolutely bonkers? They're already spending almost, they're spending more money than anybody already for NIL or portal and all that stuff.
Why would you make me answer that question? First of all, it's hypothetical.
Yeah, very
Second
hypothetical. Very.
Here we go. Here comes the. All right. Wow, we are cold. We are cold, baby. All right, I'll answer it. I'll answer it. It would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
That's it. Well, yes, that's it. It would be awful because look, there's a legacy. The one and done. There's a foul. The one and done. And at the end of the day, I can't think that at 2:00 my time on the first day of March Madness, Cameron Boozer will be no. Yeah, you're right. But the problem with the one and done is that Cameron Boozer, Star, all these guys are gone. That's the problem with the one and done.
So you look at High Point, you look at Miami of Ohio going to the second game, second round.
What? That's a brick. What was that? I'm sorry. Never mind.
Did you scare Duke off? Did he take off into the back bedroom? Were you yelling like that?
No, you're right. I named him Siena, and he got upset.
So monetary-wise, just those two schools, Miami of Ohio is moving on from the play-in. You had High Point win this afternoon versus Wisconsin. What kind of dollars and cents more, number one, making the tournament, number two, going to a second game in the tournament?
Well, remember, it's at least $2 million a unit, but that's just from the payout of the tournament itself.
Sure.
Boosters, recruiting, NIL. If I am in the tournament and I have a chance of recruiting a couple of kids, maybe not of the Boozer quality, but of somebody else that is just as important. The fact that I go to the second round and I have some NIL money, maybe it's a big deal. It should be a big deal. So that's going to be really important for the mid-majors, and we'll see. We have some upsets coming. Here comes the little Boozerette, the second Boozer. Now Duke's within 2. All right, I don't care about play-by-play. Siena 58, Duke 56, 8:09 left.
Well, we're way ahead of you out here on the West Coast, 61-56, Siena. So I don't know what you're saying.
Easy, Rock. Easy.
You got dial-up, don't you? You got dial-up down there.
I got dial-up.
Yeah, Jupiter. They can't get it. They can't get the high speed stuff there in Jupiter. Tiger,
No.
or those guys can't step up.
No, you just gave away the 3-pointer. That's too bad. I thought so.
Let me follow up with something that I found real interesting, and that is the WNBA finally came to an agreement, and the women who their top salary was around $300,000 for the Stars, now they will make $1.4 million. So my question is, how are they going to pay for that? And are their television rights enough now where they can cover that without any issue? Because that's a shocking increase.
And does Caitlin Clark get a commission
Yes.
of all that?
Yeah, shocking increase. They're able to cover it with the television and the streaming revenues. They'll also cover it with franchise values over time. And I think it was long overdue. The problem was that it's hard to pull the trigger. They were inching toward a deal. Then everybody realized, look, the season's going to start in just 3 or 4 weeks. You can't screw with this. This is the time where the revenues are, women's soccer big, women's tennis big. And at the end of the day, this is really important. And so, so that happens. Oh God, come on, man. Oh, what a great bounce. What a great bounce. Okay. I can't, I can't do this, right? Because CBS is going to be on your ass, not my ass.
No, we know you. We know where you live in Jupiter.
Yeah.
We'll send them to you.
Hey, the WBC there, Miami numbers.
Yeah.
How was the hype? How it looked like it was pretty exciting. Venezuela beats them. Give us a little overview of how everything turned out down there in Miami the other night.
Yeah, I was there for the final game, and it was basically through the roof. The excitement was unbelievable, and at the end of the day, the 35,000 Venezuelans screaming. It begs the question: where are the Marlins fans? And it's got to be a specific kind of target for the WBC. Now there's discussion about, do you do it every second year, every third year? Probably not, but everybody's excited about it. The old conversation about, are the players, is it much of a risk? Same as Olympic hockey, basically, same as NBA All-Star Game basketball. At the end of the day, it's something that is well overdue, and the excitement was palpable. For those of you who don't know what that means there was a lot of excitement.
Hey, Rob Manfred, the commish for MLB, came out and said that he's considering moving it to where the All-Star game
Mid-season.
is played. Yeah, mid-season. Would that sell or not?
Well, it's an interesting dynamic. It removes probably a lot of the arms not in shape to pitch answer. The All-Star venue becomes a bigger, week-long deal, week and a half deal, 2 weeks. It's a series and it's a tournament that I'm not sure you take 2 weeks out during the season when it's most notable. I think that may be 1A if the current place is 1, but nobody's talking about giving it up. The big deal is here to stay.
So when this game's over, do you want us to call you back?
It depends. You can, yeah. If there's one particular result, you can call all the time. If the other result, I'm not answering you ever. Not just next week. But
I'm gonna blow you up on text. Ray.
Yeah. Oh, you do it, man. Do it.
Love you, buddy. Thanks for the time as always.
See you next week.
That's Record, by the way. If you didn't get it, his dog is named Duke. So if you didn't figure that out, there you have. I probably should have set that up a little bit better. But coming up, NFL offseason keeps rolling. Jaden Waddle is officially a Bronco. The league could soon let trade picks 5 years out. Plus Carson Wentz, the new starter in Minnesota. You'll get all that next. Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B here on ESPN Radio Phoenix. We're on FM at 98.7 HD2. You can catch us on YouTube right now. And we are live at Twin Peaks Camelback.
Now open in North Scottsdale. It's the Orangedale Lounge. ODs. Right off Thompson Peak and Bell, next to Bash's. Your new favorite dive bar has arrived. Cold drafts, chill vibes, always affordable prices, and the OD Mug Club, a one-of-a-kind membership you won't find anywhere else. No frills, just great people, ice-cold drinks, and a bar that feels like it's always been there. Follow at OD Scottsdale and get the scoop at orangedalelounge.com. Orangedale Lounge. Dive in and drink up.
Here's what's different about GCU. It's one of the country's biggest universities with over 360 programs shaped by industry leaders. GCU's campus ranks among the top in the nation. Most of all, GCU cares about affordability. The average federal and private loan debt for GCU undergrads is lower than the average for private nonprofit four-year universities. Find your purpose at GCU. Visit gcu.edu.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selection. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at wrighttoyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out wrighttoyota.com.
If you own a home and need cash, you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home equity quickly and easily. Call LendGo today at 888-420-4556. At LendGo, you can find out how much cash you could get with a home equity loan in just 2 minutes. It's free. There's no obligation, and it won't affect your credit score. Use the money for anything. Pay off high-interest debt, make home improvements, or just give your budget some breathing room. Best of all, you keep your low mortgage rate while you're getting the cash you need. See how much you can get today. Call 888-420-4556. That's 888-420-4556. Or visit lendgo.com. That's LENDGO.com. Homeowners nationwide are doing it. Now it's your turn. Call 888-420-4556 today. LendGo, where homeowners go to get cash. 888-420-4556.
Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
It's Thursday, and welcome to Lodge Mentality. The guys are live at Twin Peaks Phoenix, located at 21st Street in Camelback. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree beer, served in perfectly frosted 22-ounce mugs. Here's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
All right, let's get to on this day. By the way, Duke is now up 63-61 with 4:14 remaining in the game there. On this day, 1995. Michael Jordan returns after a 17-month retirement to play minor league baseball. He rejoined the Bulls wearing number 45, scored 19 points in their loss to the Pacers. The game remains the most watched regular season game in history. Interesting note, when he was playing for the Scottsdale Scorpions in the Arizona Fall League, now Steve Gilbert of the Arizona Diamondbacks could tell the story a little bit better than me, but I was working for the Phoenix Firebirds at Scottsdale Stadium. We would see the Scorpions. They would play there at that stadium. But our clubby, which his name was Muttley, he had a job every day that Michael Jordan would come to the park. He would pull in to center field, and that center field would open up, and that's how they would get the mowers in and all that stuff. Plus, he would do that to avoid all the fans. So he would come, and then Muttley would meet him there at a certain time every day, take his car, go get it washed, and go to McDonald's. Now, the story's been told, and one day we'll have to have Steve on to tell the story. Yeah. But I believe he'd always get the same thing. a quarter pounder with cheese, fries
great.
and a Coke or something like that. So
That's great.
we have to bring him on.
Eating heart healthy was Michael Jordan, huh?
Yeah, he can do what he wanted.
Sure.
1966, very historic day. It's a pivotal moment in civil rights in sports. Texas Western. Do you know what that is now?
El Paso, UTEP.
UTEP, very good. They defeated top-ranked Kentucky 72-65 to win the NCAA championship, led by coach Don Haskins. They were the first team to win the title with an all-black starting lineup.
You know who was the star? Who was the star for that Kentucky team?
Pat Riley.
That's correct.
You see the movie?
I've seen the movie.
Great movie.
It is
Also on this day, this is for Jimmy B, 2006, Candace Parker, Tennessee.
Yeah.
First woman to dunk in an NCAA tournament game. They did that over Army. All right, let's get football at 50. I talked a little bit already, but Jaden Waddle is officially a Denver Bronco. Browns have proposed expanding the draft pick trading, which would allow teams to deal picks as far as 5 years into the future than they consider the current 3. We've also heard that there's another proposal on the table for the Steelers who want to make a current legal tampering window permanent, keeping the place that rule that allows limited phone and video contact with free agents before the league officially starts. Good luck with that. Seriously. Roster moves. Carson Wentz is heading back to Minnesota, 1-year deal after reportedly drawing some interest from the Jets. Anxious to see how that works out. Carson Wentz, he's been in the league over 10 years.
And he was there last year until he got hurt. Big insurance policy. If JJ doesn't work out, Tyler doesn't work out, Carson Wentz can run the team. He can run it. He's serviceable.
Right.
But he understands that offense. Because O'Connell had him there for a year until he got hurt last year.
I'm telling you right now, if that's the case and everything goes really swimmingly, J.J. McCarthy is up for trade.
Well, and that general manager, this is one of the reasons he got fired.
Yeah.
They thought that they missed on him. But, how do you know unless you let the kid go?
That's it.
Let him make mistakes.
Yeah.
But I think O'Connell, he feels the pressure from his receiving core.
I think you're right.
That, hey, look, we need to get somebody here who knows what they're doing. I know he's a young kid. That was really his rookie year last year.
Right.
So I think with Kyler and then Carson Wentz, that's the huge insurance policy. That might scratch that itch for those receivers.
Eagles reworked the Landon Dickerson deal. They revised it to a 2-year, $36 million commitment. So Landon Dickerson, they need to keep him there. T.Y. Hilton has officially retired, along with Darius Slade Jr., as they both played long time in the league. So they step away from the game. Stephon Diggs and Deebo Samuel still remain the two big names at wide receiver that the Cardinals should be knocking on their door.
Well, and then Juwan Jennings is still available too.
He's still there.
I mean, I would definitely talk to him. I like him better.
He was their best receiver.
Yes, he was. I like him better than Deebo. And who was the other one you mentioned? Stephon.
Yeah.
Stephon. I don't know. There's just something maybe around him people don't want to touch right now with the potential suit and what have you.
Well, Cardi B dumped him.
Well, aside from that, I think, and Deebo's really slowed down. So I don't know if the Commanders bring him back, but I take a good hard look at Juwan Jennings. And then Hollywood Brown going to your neighborhood, Rock, with the Eagles. That's a big pickup for you guys. Now, what do you do with A.J. Brown?
Anybody that calls himself Hollywood, I don't want any part of it. Not a fan.
Stephon Diggs is in some serious legal trouble. I don't even know if he'll play anymore in the league.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, who'd want to touch that right now?
That's it.
I mean, who
Deebo
knows?
Samuel, if he's healthy, come on. He was a stud.
But he's lost a few steps, but he really slowed down. He's really slowed down.
Well, he's about to retire, so this is where everybody comes.
Yeah. Well, the other two, Greg Dortch signed with who yesterday?
The Lions.
The Lions.
Reuniting with Drew Petzing.
Yep.
Detroit.
And I think with Bourne,
Good luck.
With Bourne coming here, I would love to see if he'll come for league minimum with incentives, that being Juwan Jennings.
I think Juwan Jennings is signing with either the Colts or the Ravens, is what I've seen.
Be a good pickup for that.
That would be a good pickup for both of those teams. All right, Football 50 is brought to you by Victory Plumbing Arizona. Need a plumber? Call the team that does it right. Victory Plumbing offers upfront pricing before the work starts, and there's no surprises later. You mentioned us, Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B, or ESPN Radio. They'll waive the service charge. Save a few bucks. You can book online at victoryplumbingarizona.com. So just put that in your phone, victoryplumbingarizona.com. That way, you never know when you need a plumber. That's Football 50.
I liked it.
the thing that I find really interesting right now.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
We're going to start a poll.
Yeah.
How many times do you find things interesting? Like when you were with your lady, you guys are just going out to dinner and you say, hey, honey, I find this interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, are you just that kind of, I mean, were you a kid? You were always asking your mom questions like, I'm interested in this.
I'm always
interested.
And I always was the person that said, hey, I want you, how come you're not doing this? Or I want you to do this. And I say, why? Explain
and you
to
were
me
that why. You're that kid that always says why. Why?
I was always that kid.
Well, that's why.
Why? Because
Why?
that's my nature.
He's curious.
It's
He's
my
always
nature.
curious.
I'm curious, and I find
but
it
why?
interesting.
But why?
But why? Because that's my nature.
But why is that your nature?
Because I'm an inquisitive person.
Why are you inquisitive?
Because I was raised
Get
that
deep
way.
here, Rocky.
I was raised that way
Really
to ask
deep.
questions.
It's interesting.
Which is why I've done so well in my profession.
Rock's got you on the couch right now. The why question.
That's
I just
right.
want to know what,
I have answers.
So what's so interesting? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's
Did you agree 100%?
unbelievable radio.
Did you agree 100% with that last NFL update?
Yes.
You always you're
Why?
curious.
But
Yeah.
why? Well, because it was accurate.
Okay.
And if it's don't you ask me a question?
We finally
I got the
we
freaking
finally
answer.
got to the end of the
Hour.
internet
We
right
could do this till 4 o'clock. I
We
think.
could.
Why?
All right, Roc's Fan Vice is coming up. We're going to talk about some of the games, get you caught up. Big upsets today, so we'll recap some of those. Roc's Fan Vice today got some interesting stuff. Why your dog may actually be helping your health, why your phone is wrecking your sleep, and why robot dogs are now guarding data centers. What the hell? Exactly. Thank you. Hour number 2. Why? Twin Peaks Camelback next to our friends at Michelob Ultra and Bud Light. They got specials at all 5 locations every Thursday to kick off the weekend. That's Michelob Ultra and Bud Light. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, right here on ESPN Radio Phoenix.
Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at the spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces would be worth over $150,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why I buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's a crucial part of my balanced strategy. Gives me peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you too. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Dan to 989898. Again, text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 today. Message and data rates apply.
The best in women's college basketball, the brightest stars in the game. And for the very first time, it's happening in the desert. The NCAA Women's Final Four is coming to Phoenix. 4 days of free family fun with tailgates, a concert, viewing parties, and more. April 2nd through 5th in downtown Phoenix. Free events, all ages, all weekend. NCAA.com/Women's Final Four.
Howdy, everybody. This is rodeo announcer Doug Mathis for Sanderson Ford Cave Creek Pro Rodeo, March 26th through the 29th. You know what goes great with rodeo? Ford Truck Month at Sanderson Ford.
Save on Ford F-150. Now available with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash and 0 payments for 90 days on all remaining 2025 models.
Don't miss the Cave Creek Rodeo and don't miss Truck Month at Sanderson Ford.
Requires financing with Ford Motor Credit OAC. Offers expire 3/31/26.
Have you ever been to Rodizio Grill? Let me tempt you. Start your Rodizio experience with our hot, unlimited appetizers. Indulge on our award-winning gourmet salad bar with over 35 items. Then, 16 delicious, sizzling rotisserie grilled meats and grilled items like our tender top sirloin and Rodizio's signature glazed pineapple, as much as you'd like.
Rodizio Grill, the Brazilian steakhouse.
Located in Mesa, North Scottsdale.
Another Arizona storm season's rolling through. Before the next big downpour hits, call State 48 Roofing for your free roof inspection. Whether it's cracked tiles, flat roofs, or old shingles, don't wait for leaks to show up. State 48 Roofing is Arizona's #1 referred roofer, trusted for over a decade in both residential and commercial roofing. Protect your home, protect your business with State 48 Roofing. Visit state48roofing.com or call 480-268-4509 today.
KTAR AM Phoenix, Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, is ESPN 620.
It's Thursday, and welcome to Lodge Mentality. The guys are live at Twin Peaks Phoenix, located at 21st Street in Camelback. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree beer, served in perfectly frosted 22-ounce mugs. Here's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
If it's a ball screen, be interested to see if they trap it. Harding, screen, Edmonds works around it. Harding on a kick. Punch. Inside. Edmonds for the lead. He's got the layup with 4.1. Wow. How about the punch?
All right, the Madness is officially into high gear, and we are rolling through day one of round of 64. The bracket busters have already arrived, and the lead story, number 12, High Point, pulls off the absolute stunner. They just took down number 5, Wisconsin, 83-82. Did it about an hour ago. Chase Johnson hit the go-ahead layup with 11 seconds left to seal the Panthers' first ever tournament win. And speaking of first, it finally happened for Nebraska. Congratulations, Huskers. After a 0-8 all-time start in the Big Dance, the number 4 seeded Huskers cruised past Troy 76-47. History in the making for the Big Red. We also had a heart stopper in the early window as number 9 seed TCU escaped with a 66-64 win over number 8 Ohio State. You heard it when we came back. The hero was Xavier Edmonds, who went coast to coast, a game-winning layup, 4 seconds left, and that punched the Frogs' ticket to round of 32. But right now, a lot of eyes are on Greenville, which was a major upset alert. Number 16 Siena is given a overall top seed Duke everything they can handle. They led by 11 at the half. The Saints are trying to pull off a big upset. However, Duke has cut the score down to, I think they're up by 6.
Down to 4.
Down to 4.
69-65.
With maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah, timeout.
10 seconds remaining. Caden Boozer is basically putting this team on his back. Had a turnover just now. But we also had Louisville. They survived a late 22-point comeback from USF to win by 4, 83-79. Vanderbilt and McNeese are in a dogfight right now. Vanderbilt up by just a few. You got Michigan State up 33-18 over North Dakota State. There's 5:14 remaining in the first half of that one. And Arkansas up on Hawaii right now. So those are all the games that are going on right now. Again, Vanderbilt 63, McNeese 57 in that one. So that's been a pretty good game.
Yeah,
What was the spread for the Duke Siena game?
24.5.
24.5. Okay. Yeah, you made out pretty well.
I
on
think
this
you
bad
did,
boy.
yeah. If you had Siena, you're cash.
I mean, Siena came out just guns ablaze.
They were firing.
And then Duke couldn't hit anything.
Yeah.
And they couldn't hit the water from the boat, but coming back with 8 seconds to go here. And you got to give credit to Siena, 16th seed, had him on the ropes, literally had him on the rope. But don't you think, guys, the eventual champion always has that one game?
Yeah.
It's a little nerve-wracking.
Usually comes for Duke in the round of 32. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll smooth it out.
But, I mean,
now.
a lot of teams that have gone on have had to fight back or claw their way back in or win. I mean, think of TCU. I mean, this game, Ohio State was down by 15. They go ahead. They come back. By the way, how does the guy go coast to coast? For Edmonds that we heard here on that last. Where's the defense?
You just dribble in between people and nobody picks you up.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about some of those things, actually, that one there took him down lumping Wisconsin game.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I see that, and we always talk about defense, beating guys down low, making your free throws, and then getting that stop to get you back into the game to get that last shot.
Here's another coach that ASU should call right now. Siena coach Jerry McNamara. McNamara was
I'm sure
a
they're all
star.
over that, Jim.
I doubt it. McNamara. Call McNamara.
He wasn't on the radar.
No. He wasn't. I can imagine.
McNamara was a star player at Syracuse for 4 years. Now he has taken Siena into the NCAA tournament and came close to beating the number 1 seed in Duke. You make that call.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of the guy from Miami of Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's
Travis Steele.
Yeah,
Travis
on
Steele.
the radar there. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Siena, any of these guys that you see good basketball.
Yep.
But can they go find those players to take, to the new heights?
He found them to get them to Siena.
Well, but I'm sure, but
Travis Steele found a couple of guys to get them to go to Miami of Ohio.
What I'd love to see is how much did they pay those kids to come to Siena, along with the good coaching? Did he have the right mix? Are these kids mostly juniors and seniors versus one and dones? Because that was always the one thing. We'll catch up with Mike Agers tomorrow at 3:30, kind of as we try to recap going into the weekend.
I'm going to push back on you on one and dones now, and we have had this discussion with the money that is available now in NIL. I don't think one and dones are that big a deal anymore.
Well, that's what I was getting to. That you have all these experienced guys, and then you have the guys that can't make up their mind whether they come out because of the money.
Yes.
So what you're seeing is the more talent staying back to challenge some of these other teams in these tournament games, and I think that's where you see it. But shooters are everywhere in college basketball. Just a matter of, can you get the rebounding? Can you get the right plays at the right time? Can you get that clean shot, get that opportunity? And then there's some big dudes down low with a lot of these teams that won this afternoon.
But it goes back to what we have had this discussion on before. Is he a shooter or a scorer? And we talk about a scorer. I'll give you an example. Devin Booker is a scorer. He can score from anywhere on the court. Shooters are the guys that you're probably going to set up behind the three-point line, set screens for them, and let them get that shot.
It's interesting you bring up Booker.
Yeah.
He was the sixth man on that Kentucky team.
Yes.
Those other 3 kids that came out.
Yeah.
And, he played his fair share.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think all 4 came out that one
They
year.
did, yeah.
Mhm.
Anthony Davis was the star.
But think about that. If you see some of these kids come off the bench for some of these games, if he's like immediate scoring machine, I got to imagine somewhere down the line that's attractive for some of these NBA teams. And Booker, they were saying, hey, look, he starts anywhere else in college basketball that year.
Except at Kentucky.
So that just goes to show you that even then, but I agree. I just think that the parity, the AAU these kids are playing from 4th grade on,
pretty much,
and playing against each other, by the way.
Yeah. So I made a comparison last night watching the Miami of Ohio game. Travis Steele looks like Donnie Wahlberg.
I never thought of that.
And
You just said
the
that.
Wahlbergs have like 8 siblings.
Yeah.
And if you put Travis Steele up against Donnie Wahlberg, he's a Wahlberg. I mean, clearly they have the same facial
haircut,
size or mold or whatever you want to call it, same haircut. I mean, it's Donnie.
What was impressive about that Miami Ohio game? They kept attacking. 3 minutes, they're attacking. 2 minutes, they're attacking.
That's the way
A
they
minute
play. That's
left.
their style.
They're not slowing it down.
Nope.
But the thing that was amazing was the backdoor cuts that were wide open. And these guys.
That's the old Princeton offense.
Yeah, and you saw the old Princeton, and you saw the weave big time.
Yes.
But, I mean, it was just impressive how they moved the ball. And with the Skaljack kid missed his first 3, they just got hot with the bad hand that right hand that was wrapped up.
Yeah.
But it was fun to watch that. Number one, they're making 40-something% of the threes. But 3 guys hoisted over 24 threes between the 3 of them. And it was just fun to see that success that they had versus SMU. I thought SMU would not smoke them, but win it going away. But they just were lighting it up that entire first half.
When SMU was scoring 2s, Miami of Ohio was scoring 3s.
Yeah.
So you brought up Jerry
Jerry McNamara?
McNamara.
Yeah.
He's going to Syracuse. because they fired their coach.
Yeah, they did.
That's where he's going.
Yeah, I know.
No, you didn't know.
I
You
did.
would have said
No,
he's an
they
ASU guy.
fired him a couple of days ago.
I know, but why would you
that's
say?
why I said
Why
to
would
ASU.
you? But why would no? He's going to Syracuse. Why you said he's
How do
all-time
you know
great
that?
Syracuse guy?
Is it already reported he's taken the job?
No, but
Okay.
it's
Then you
saying
call him.
it's saying it's because
Yeah.
he had a strong performance and
Yeah.
won today.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get
speculation
off
is
your ass,
he's
ASU, and
replacing.
call him.
So where would you rather go? Your alma mater at Syracuse, where you're a superstar, where you don't have to pay for a drink or pay for a round of golf, or you come to ASU?
Oh, I'd come to ASU in a heartbeat.
I mean, I would too, but
Big 12.
Yeah,
Syracuse,
yes,
come on,
the fun and the sun.
Syracuse
Come
used to be
on.
one of the
Oh, used to be.
top
Used
teams.
to. Well, Boeheim was there.
You can bring it back.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a good.
But their problem again is NIL. They do
bring
not,
in a guy
they
that
do
has
not have
success.
a good collective there involved.
But don't you think a guy going back to his alma mater can knock on a lump
Well,
and have
that's a
some
good
success?
point, Rock. I mean, I think you go shake the bushes again from all your old buddies.
That's
all
what
your
Kenny
old alumni.
Dillingham had to do here.
He did.
But he went here.
Yes.
I mean, he's from here.
Yeah,
That's
I
an
know.
easy sell then. McNamara coming here. My name is Jerry McNamara. You may remember me. I had one good game against so-and-so in the,
I had a lot of good
in the
games.
tournament. For Syracuse.
I think the point is, I think what you bring up, Rock, where will I have the most success?
That's all it has to be.
Bottom
Where
line.
do you get the money?
Where am I get the money?
You need,
Where do I-
you need the best fundraiser.
you're going to go play in that conference versus the Big 12. But you know it's going to be a struggle
In the Big
in the
East.
Big
Oh,
12.
Oh, yeah.
He
the Big
comes
12.
here. He's going to be in purgatory for 3 or 4 years, unless he can go get the money to get the guys.
You can turn it around much faster in basketball than you can in football.
If you have money.
If you have money, because you only need two really star players.
Fair.
And if you have some good players to fit with your star players, you're going to have a really good team.
I think that, and is it Jobs waiting to see
God, I hope so.
who the new coach is going to be before he makes his decision?
I hope you're
Now,
right.
he's got it. The portal opens in April 6th?
Yeah.
So I don't know if ASU is going to make any decision until this tournament's over. Jobs got to make a decision whether he enters the portal April 6th or not. Unless they give him a hint of who's the
But
kind of guy that's
He's
coming.
not going to make or break this team going deep in the Big 12.
I know, but he's their top dog player, Rock. Everybody
Yeah.
else, he's the only guy.
But you see these rosters that get turned over every year, and if a new head coach comes in, he's going to turn the roster
Yes,
over.
he will.
Yeah, would you love to have him here?
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
But, if there's some money, it don't matter.
Well, if you can, and I think ASU has the money, they can go get the money. They go get these. But now,
I couldn't disagree with you anymore because they haven't been able to do it ever. Why do you think they could do it now?
well, I think that they're in a desperation mode. Gramercy's got to get off his duff and go hammer.
Just because you're desperate, you're not going to get on your hands and knees and ask the CEO of a certain company to write you a big fat
Right.
check.
I agree, but I think a lot of folks, if they're going to, if there's basketball guys, alumni, former players out there, the James Hardens of the world, the Byron Scotts of the
Yeah,
world,
but he can only do so much.
the Alton
He
Lists of
already
the world.
did throw in some money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go over
You
$1
can't
million.
just keep going back to the well.
No, I get it, but I mean, if you
they don't have the alum.
if they, and then the thing is apathy from the alum from basketball. Here's the problem: that you're now getting the money to football, and now you're going to tap it over to your point.
But-
well, again, to go basketball.
I'm not trying to knock the folks that are out there trying to get the money for their schools, but if I'm some big, owner of an organization, and this guy or gal's coming to my office saying, "Hey, could you write a check for $1 million to help our basketball program? We want to get this player," and I'm like, "Why?" Because that player's not going to be there for 1 year.
Well,
if he's that good, why do I want to invest for 1 year? If I write a check for $1 million, I want an investment for a good 5 to 10 years.
And so I think that's where the NCAA and everybody getting it for football or basketball can get contracts, minimum 2 or 3 year contracts to sign.
Until they
then I would
fix
do
that. Yes, but until they get that fixed.
I agree.
I can't imagine. I think some CEOs or CFOs or whatever are going to be they're stubborn. You're investing 1 year into something that there's no guarantees.
I feel you. I do. And I think that that's something where somebody's got to go, well, until that's fixed. So I have that kind of cash to burn. If this kid leaves, which brings me the situation we talked about with they wanted Matt Leonard to unretired number 11 at USC. So a lot of the comments were, well, now wait a second. Number one, he wouldn't do that unless it was for his sons. And he's not going to do it because here's what you brought up. So what if that one kid that comes in wants number 11, he's a quarterback, top-notch quarterback, gets his $3 million, and then he decides to leave USC.
Or gets hurt.
Do they re-retire the number?
Yeah.
So I don't blame Matt Ladder going, no way.
Hey, nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. It gets started here at about 3 o'clock. It'll run till 6. Tequila cocktails, bourbon, premium bourbon, top shelf spirits over ice balls. There's always specials on Bud Light and Michelob Ultra on Thursdays. You can pair it all with scratch-made bites that actually satisfy. So Twin Peaks eats, drinks, and scenic views. All right, Roc's Man Bites is next. Why your dog might actually be improving your health, why your phone is ruining your sleep, plus Tom Brady teasing one more football comeback. Yeah, that's all next in Roc's Man Bites. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Twin Peaks Camelback.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Nobody. Whatever you're craving, we got it. Tequila cocktails, premium bourbon pours, and top shelf spirits served over ice balls that hit just right. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails, yep, all here. And with 5 Valley locations. And don't forget the teeth-chattering 29-degree drafts we're famous for. Pair it all with scratch kitchen bites that actually satisfy. From shareables to hearty favorites. When it comes to happy hour, Twin Peaks doesn't play. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
I was in a wreck. I need a check. I was in a wreck. I need a check. I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. The insurance company's job is to pay you as little as possible. Our job is to get you every dollar you deserve. Call Rowe and Rowe today and let's make them pay. Call 977-1900.
Rock for WhiteToyota.com. At Wright Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all their innovative web tools on WrightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at WrightToyota.com.
When it comes to sushi, reputation matters, and Sushi Brokers Arcadia has built theirs on being the best sushi in Arizona. From traditional rolls to bold fusion creations, like our crowd favorite, Seafood Dynamite, and the must-try sushi pizza. We've got something for everyone. Our famous happy hour is every day from 3 to 6:30 with fresh favorites like the California roll, spicy tuna roll, and the surf and turf roll, topped with seared steak. Sushi Brokers Arcadia, 44th Street in Indian School.
This is Jason Schecterly, former Phoenix police officer. There's nothing more important to a first responder than focusing on their mental health. And there's nothing better for that mental health than golf, friends, music, drinks, food, and fun. Join us for the Heroes Golf Classic Tournament at the Weston Kierland Golf Course on Friday, May 8th. If you're not a golfer, show up for the after party and benefit concert with the best cover band in Arizona, Rock Lobster. Proceeds are going to benefit the 100 Club of Arizona. The 100 Club provides support for our first responders through critical incidents, injury prevention, mental health, and scholarship. Every day, our public safety members put their lives on the line, and we are their backup. So come out and join us on May 8th. To register, go to our website, 100club.org, and click on the events page. Again, 100club.org, click on the events page, register for the tournament, and we will see you on May 8th.
Do you roll like Roc when it comes to romance?
What do you say we go out on a date? Some chicken, maybe some sex. You know, see what happens.
Roc searches the world for tips on dating, divorce, marriage, pop culture, and even... Yeah, here's Roc's mad advice.
60% of the time, it works every time.
All right, before I get started, I just want to mention, I only get to watch Price is Right twice a year. And it's always Thursday and Friday of the tournament because the staff can't get to the TVs fast enough to switch off Price is Right. Right? I mean, we just saw, you know, right after the Duke game, Price is Right's right.
Yes,
for a while.
there you go.
She won a vacation to Jamaica.
She did?
Yeah, she's on her way.
Yeah. It's great, Rez. One of the best shows ever.
Let's talk now. Went on vacation to Kansas City. Yes.
What?
Kansas City. What? Yeah. Kansas City. Vacation for two to Kansas City, Missouri.
All right, Roc's Man Advice. If you've never heard it, it's just some off-the-wall stuff that I find over the course of the week that I think is very important for you to know. And we'll start with humans need 4 hugs a day. They say 4 is for survival, 8 is for maintenance, 12 is for growth. Turns out hugs can lower stress, reduce the cortisol, and calm your heart rate. So, yes, a hug actually does something. And, yes, hugging your dog does count. For you, Manuch, you got cats.
Well, I hug Lori 4 times a day, whether she likes it or not.
Some data centers are now being guarded by robot dogs. What? They patrol, they inspect the equipment, they spot problems before outages happen. Even security jobs are going robotic now. Nothing weird about all that, is there?
No, not at all, Roc.
I love Luke Combs. If you like country music, this guy is pounding his chest because he thinks country music is now big enough, and I couldn't agree more, to be the Super Bowl halftime show. He says somebody from the country deserves that stage, and honestly, he's probably right. If the NFL wants America, country is America. They could get so many great entertainers to be out there.
I had
for a halftime.
Haven't they done country in the past?
Nope.
Oh, they haven't.
Really. I mean, I worked 6 Super Bowls, and I've told the story. I'm not going to tell it again. But I walked out Faith Hill to sing the national anthem. Now they've had
bands. They've had
national anthems,
anthem,
but not halftime performances.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm confused.
You would have thought in 52 Super Bowls, whatever it is now.
Yeah.
That they would have had. I would have no problem with that. I'm a country western fan with a lot of the music. What have you?
Maybe just get rid of the western part. It's just
country fan. Yeah.
Not country.
Well,
country,
I like both kinds of music.
Country
And western.
You like that slow stuff, the western.
No, I'm a big and rich guy, Gretchen Wilson kind of guy. I like country that rocks.
Well, really?
There you go.
I'm okay with Shania Twain now.
That's
I mean, that should be 20 years ago.
Thank you, Connor, for
aging
that. See,
very well.
I remembered that. I just
So it's been a long time. But
23
she was kind of more of that pop.
She was
country.
She
like
crossed
she
over.
kind of crossed over.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, Taylor Swift started out country in Nashville, and look at her now.
Yeah. She was.
All right.
She was hot.
Done. All right. Air quality is improving in major cities. A golden retriever got rescued from the ice, and a woman with cerebral palsy got crowned prom queen. Those are some good news. It's kind of a grab bag. I wanted to pass that out. Tom Brady says, never say never to playing flag football in the 2028 Olympics. Yeah. Just go away.
Didn't they have the
He's
draft?
trying to be relevant so bad. He's trying to date other people's exes. He's doing everything he can to be relevant.
Yeah, they had the draft. Was it yesterday? They were having the draft for the Olympics.
I mean, he does everything to try to stay in the way of every story.
How bad
he wants to be in there?
How bad do you dislike him? He has got to be number one on your hit list for dislikable people.
I think it's a subliminal.
of rock.
I think it's a subliminal man crush more than anything.
Like, why do you even care?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the big deal?
You know, why don't I even answer that?
Why?
It's none of your friggin' business.
Why?
I don't like somebody. I have to tell you. I don't like Tom Brady.
I know.
And I just, but
Okay,
if he said,
Jimmy, ask him
I mean,
why.
I've even told him because he's a cheater. He is a cheater.
I will concur with that.
He is a cheater.
Yeah, that was bad.
That is the number one.
Did he get caught?
Yes, he
Yes,
got
he did.
caught.
Did he pay the price?
No.
Yes, he did. He didn't play 4 games.
4 game suspension.
Yeah, he paid the price.
Is that the price? 4 games?
So you don't
To
give
cheat for as long as we don't know how long he cheated.
So that's what they caught him. So they suspended him for 4 games.
Yeah,
he
4
paid
games.
the price.
Citrus said they had the goods, but he agreed to the suspension. He dropped his grievance
Yeah.
to do the suspension.
Yeah, he did.
So Matt Castle, Jimmy G handled that one. But when he got hurt, Matt Castle came in. But that's the whole thing that kind of rubs you wrong.
He paid for it, so he gets a second chance.
Yeah.
Deflategate.
There's definitely a difference with the ball when you have it less air in it, trust me.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, I think they're still looking for those 2 guys, too, aren't they? They're North Dakota Witness Protection Program. Those 2 equipment managers.
It's not that I don't like him as a person because I've never met him.
Okay.
I've told Manuch if he comes on the show, I don't want to be on. I don't want to interview him.
That's all right. I'll handle it. I got it. I've never seen a guy
Maybe
get
Joe Montana.
so worked up. I'm working on that matter.
All right, a 92-year-old man retired after more than 73 years as a grave digger.
Wow.
That's a real Guinness World Record. You don't hear about that stuff very often. Target, how about that? It's not getting rid of toys completely, but they're cutting back. Target is cutting back toys. You'll be able to buy toys at Target.
Okay. They got great deals at Target for toys for the grandkids. That's our first stop. Let's go get all the toys that they got there. Unfortunately.
A Florida man got arrested. This happens a lot in Sun Lakes for a DUI after driving his golf cart drunk on the regular street.
I could vouch for that.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that out there.
All right.
They're weaving everywhere.
Nostalgic 90 smells. They ranked them. And it went top 5 lip smackers. Don't know what those are.
No.
Markers.
Yeah.
Mr. Sketch.
Mr. Sketch.
Bubble tape. And number 1,
Yeah.
which I can agree, and Jimmy, I think it was around when you were a kid, Play-Doh.
Yes.
Oh, Play-Doh.
Yeah. Let's you take that new fresh Play-Doh.
Oh, man, you open it and smell
Oh,
that.
that's Play-Doh.
It smells terrible.
Do you know what Play-Doh is? Gladys?
Yeah.
Do you
It
ever
smells
have
terrible.
Oh, no.
Nah, you
Play-Doh.
got flavors.
Fresh.
Great.
The highlighters was another big one.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Anything. The great. The
Or
black.
that white stuff to clean, like when you made a type, when you
Oh,
had
yeah.
a typewriter.
Yeah. White out.
White out. Yes, a little of that.
That'll open up your sinuses. I was just say that'll get you going. It's like the old ammonia capsule. Snap it. Wow. That's when there was typewriters.
All right, ABC cancels The Bachelorette. How about that?
Yeah.
Good. After Taylor Frankie's Paul's fight video with the ex-husband surfaced online, and it was supposed to premiere on Sunday.
How does that get out? How does that happen?
It was bad.
What is The Bachelorette? I heard it was really bad.
You ever heard of The Bachelor?
I've heard of that.
Yeah. Same thing, but with a female.
Oh, well, no wonder I never watched either one.
The Bachelorette's better than The Bachelor.
Yeah.
It is? It is, yeah.
Oh.
Watch it for a couple years.
I'll take your word for it.
When Laura and I were first dating, we watched it for like 3 years after that.
No,
you had to watch that? Well, I did. She watched football. I would watch some of the show.
They actually draw you in. It's pretty touch and grab.
It is really amazing when the Bachelorette, these guys.
Yeah.
And there's one guy that kicked off because they found out he was engaged. He's like, wait a second. We asked you engaged? The fiance saw him.
Yeah.
Called ABC. Said, wait a second. It's my fiance.
Time out.
I just want to play the field, honey, until we get married.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
I think it's just funny watching these cheese balls trying to say things.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Get the girls'
So
attention.
is it like the dating game where they would ask times 10?
Oh, times 10. Oh,
man.
I've never seen an episode, but
yeah,
I heard
I
it's-
haven't either.
I used to bust his balls all the time.
And
I he come back from the weekend, dude. Did you watch The Bachelor? No.
and don't forget Dancing with the Stars there for a few years when they had real celebrities on. Some of these folks they have on now,
Emmett
never heard of
Smith.
them. Emmett, Kurt Warner was on there.
All right, next, University of Arizona radio analyst Ryan Hansen will join us as Arizona gets set tomorrow for their opener against Long Island, as Arizona is the number 1 seed in the West region in San Diego. So it'll be a home game for them. Long Island, long trip for them. So we'll get into that next, right after Laz with this ESPN 620 Sports Center update.
It's now time for your Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Matt Lazarus. March Madness is officially underway and the chaos is already here. Number 1 overall seed Duke narrowly avoided a massive upset, escaping 16 seed Siena 69-65 after a scare that went deep into the second half. We've already gotten our first bracket buster. 12 seed High Point has taken down 5 seed Wisconsin. Chase Johnston came up with a huge 3 in clutch time to give High Point the late lead, then iced the game with his first 2-point basket of the entire season. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update is powered by Twin Peaks and Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. With 5 Valley locations, Twin Peaks is your go-to spot for scratch-made game day bites. Try the new baked pretzel with Chipotle queso, the double-stacked brisket nachos, or the smokestack burger loaded with smoked brisket and barbecue sauce. All perfect with a 29-degree Michelob Ultra draft. Twin Peaks, beach, drinks, scenic views.
Game on Peoria. When it's time to eat big, drink cold, and watch every play, make it Big's American Bar and Grill in the P83 district. Big's is serving up huge portions of your favorites. Burgers, wings, nachos, plus a full bar and TVs everywhere you look. And don't miss happy hour Monday through Thursday, 3 to 6:30 p.m. with $2 off well drinks and $2 off domestic drafts, plus daily specials all week long. Bring your friends, grab a seat on the patio, and settle in for the game. Big's American Bar and Grill, where Peoria comes to play, eat, and watch. When tragedy strikes, the impact is immediate and devastating. That's when the 100 Club of Arizona steps in, providing financial assistance, guidance, and emotional support to the families of public safety officers injured or killed in the line of duty. They also invest in mental health resources, injury prevention, and scholarships for the children of first responders. Every day, Arizona's public safety professionals put their lives on the line. The 100 Club of Arizona has their back. Learn more at 100club.org.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for Titleist limited time loyalty reward and promotion. When you special order any 3 Titleist Pro V1, Pro V1X, or Pro V1X Left Dash or AVX dozen golf ball, you'll get another dozen free. Golf with more speed and short game control than ever before with the #1 ball in golf. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
If you own a home and need cash, you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home equity quickly and easily. Call LendGo today at 888-420-4556. At LendGo, you can find out how much cash you could get with a home equity loan in just 2 minutes. It's free. There's no obligation, and it won't affect your credit score. Use the money for anything. Pay off high-interest debt, make home improvements, or just give your budget some breathing room. Best of all, you keep your low mortgage rate while you're getting the cash you need. See how much you can get today. Call 888-420-4556. That's 888-420-4556. Or visit lendgo.com. That's LENDGO.com. Homeowners nationwide are doing it. Now it's your turn. Call 888-420-4556 today. LendGo, where homeowners go to get cash. 888-420-4556.
It's Thursday, and welcome to Lodge Mentality. The guys are live at Twin Peaks Phoenix, located at 21st Street in Camelback. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree beer, served in perfectly frosted 22-ounce mugs. Here's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
Man, I always hear about the Final Four team, and how when people talk about that, how much joy that brings to the city. But I feel like a championship, just mean the world to the people. We always talk about, just giving back and the people behind the scenes, rewarding them. And I feel like with a championship to Tucson, it'd be electric.
Kate Bradley talking about winning the Natty, what it would mean for the fan base. Joining us now is color analyst of the Wildcats, Ryan Hansen. Rhino joins us on the right to the guest line. How we doing? Ryan, what's going on? You ready for tomorrow?
I'm ready. I'm in San Diego right now. A little bit of a heat wave. I think everybody in the Southwest, including San Diego, is getting the heat wave, and I hope the Wildcats can ride the wave, right? Just to get a couple W's while we're here.
You're playing off the Pacific Ocean. That's why you are so good at what you do, Rhino. I love it. Got the wave in there. All right, so let's get to this. Well, what do you think is the biggest thing Arizona has to handle emotionally for this game, for this first game? Because they're obviously a huge favorite.
I think the understanding that any team can beat any other team. I mean, we're already seeing chaos in the NCAA tournament brackets with High Point upsetting Wisconsin. Duke had a little bit of a scare, maybe more than a little bit of a scare. Yeah. So you got to recognize, hey, Long Island is legitimately in the tournament for a reason, so do not overlook them. That's really where it starts for Arizona, is focus on your opponent. Don't start thinking and looking down the path. Just worry about game one.
And Ryan, with several days off, what have the practices been like with Tommy Lloyd and this team?
I mean, the practice have been pretty sharp. We came over here yesterday and got in town early in the morning, actually. Flew first thing, and then the team went to Point Loma Nazarene University College and practiced. So pretty focused there, and then they had open practice today. So you got about 40 minutes on the court at the Viejas Center today, which was more about just getting used to the rims and the feel for the arena, because tomorrow morning's game's so early, there won't even be a shoot-around in the morning. And then the team went back to Point Loma this afternoon and is just finishing up practice about 30 minutes ago at Point Loma. So it's been focused. I think the guys are loose, but I also think at the same time they're pretty on point.
Have you guys been practicing at about 10:30, 11 o'clock the last several days just to kind of see if the body clock is used to all that?
Yeah, last couple of days it's been an early call for the team, and that's kind of why Tommy wanted to get over here first thing in the morning yesterday versus normal travel would have been go to class, hit your practice in the afternoon, take the 4 or 5 o'clock flight in the evening over to San Diego, 1 hour hop, you get in and you kind of settle into the evening. But with the early tip tomorrow, and it's one of the earliest tip-offs Arizona's had in the NCAA tournament, you date back a couple of years. Arizona played in Salt Lake City against Dayton in the second round. I think tip-off was 10:45. So just about the same time. You want to get that body clock moving and get the guys used to playing and kind of being on point first thing in the morning.
Ryan, you said class. What's class?
Yeah, I know. Student athletes, supposed to be student athletes. Right now, I think we all know what their academics are looking like.
Yeah. Ryan, my question is a simple one. Are all U of A fans neurotic? Here's why I ask. Our producer, Laz, is like going crazy. He's scared to death, even though they're the number 1 seed and have the best talent of any team on the basketball court. So with you working there, are fans that you encounter, are they all scared to death because they're the number 1 seed and it freaks everybody out?
Yeah, I think, Jimmy B, I think you're right. You have a pretty good pulse of the Arizona basketball fan that has been around for the last 2 to 3 decades. There's been, unfortunately, too many times where you felt great about your team. Experts were picking the Wildcats just like they are this year, and Arizona has fallen short. I mean, the facts don't lie. 25-year drought since the last Final Four. So all that PTSD is built up. So you look at the bracket, you start freaking out about people that you are not even playing yet. How about this one? People were, oh my gosh, Wisconsin, they beat us in 2014 and 2015. That's our arch nemesis. Do you realize Koa Pete was in second grade when we lost to Wisconsin in the Elite Eight the last time? He doesn't care. So Jimmy B, you're right. There is a neurosis as a fan, and I think that's Tommy Lloyd's job, to try to insulate the team. They got to recognize the moment, not make it too big, not get overwhelmed with themselves being, I would say most of the college basketball experts, the majority of them at least have Arizona in the Final Four, if not running the table. You can start getting full of yourself, block out the noise. Easier said than done. But Tommy's approach all year long, if you guys have followed him, you've listened to the press conferences, he was never really that big and high on, well, it's 9 straight weeks as the number 1 team in the country. How does that make you feel, Tommy Lloyd? His response wasn't, I'm going to Disneyland, like they had won the Super Bowl. It was, next game, next possession, let's go. So you got to keep that same mentality.
All right, then I'll follow up with a basketball question. Against Long Island University, will the ingredient for early success establish the big fella down low on the block and take advantage immediately?
Yeah, you should really let the big dog eat if you're Arizona in this game, because when you look at the weakness for Long Island University, they're very, very good at scoring inside the arc themselves. One of their weaknesses, giving up points in the paint. They're not super stout. They don't have a lot of length. So Arizona should do a great job of continuing its DNA, which is inside out, and a lot more inside than even outside. I don't want to say that this is a game that LIU cannot win, but one of the challenges for LIU is an ingredient that you typically need to have in a big upset of this kind, a double-digit seed over a higher seed, is you probably need to have a team that shoots threes pretty well. They're a good shooting three-point team, but they're down in the same ranks as Arizona in regards to reliance on the three-point shot. They shoot about as many as Arizona does on the season, and that's like the bottom 10 teams in the country. So they don't have the three-point shot to rely on, so they're going to have to go up against one of Arizona's biggest, strongest attributes, and that's the front line. Not to say they can't get the Wildcats in foul trouble, but the Wildcats need to really establish that dominance early.
And Ryan, in reference to the team, these freshmen you have, they're well acclimated. They're quasi-vets when you go 32, 33 games during a year. What's the memo? What's the mantra for Tommy Lloyd? Because you pretty much are who you are, right? I mean, how do you keep them, pretty much emotionally balanced? How do you keep them even killed, not get too caught up in the bright lights of the NCAA tournament? And to your point, forget about the ghosts of the past.
Yeah, you're 34 games into the season, so you hit it. You are who you are, so don't try to change. Don't try to, now we're going to unlock some new thing for the Wildcats in the NCAA tournament. Don't go there. Be who you are. One of the best parts about this team is they understand their roles and they fulfill them from top to bottom. All 8 guys really, truly get what they're supposed to contribute to the team. Just do that. Don't try to do something special. Don't try to be the highlight film. Don't say, I'm going to go out today because I want to be the post-game interview on the court after the first win in the NCAA tournament. You start thinking along those lines and saying, I want to be the hero of the tournament. Well, you haven't done that all season long. That's been one of Arizona's strengths, is its balance and its willingness to allow whoever's having the hot night have the hot night. If it's not you, that's okay. And so you hope and you believe, I think Tommy believes that these freshmen have demonstrated over 34 games the ability to know their roles and fulfill them versus, okay, now I'm going to get nervous about the big stage because I want to be the MOP of the whole thing. I don't think they're going to get that far ahead of themselves.
And it looks as though Pete, it looks completely healthy at this stage after watching that last game against Houston.
Yeah, he's back. And that's a big part of Arizona, I believe, why people think they can have the deep run that people are predicting is when you look across the country at the top teams, Duke not at full strength, Michigan not at full strength, Gonzaga in Arizona's West region, not at full strength right now. The Wildcats, the 8-man rotation is back. Jaden Bradley's wrist is fine. He didn't even have it taped today at the open practice at the AHAS. So when that's one of the ingredients, guys, of a deep run in the tournament is health. If you have your guys healthy, you've got a leg up on a lot of other teams.
All right, I'm going to give you a quick tip. So after you dispose of Long Island and the day in between, Gas Lamp District, head to Patrick's, okay? Patrick's in the Gas Lamp District. Great blues and R&B music, man. You're going to be dialed in, Rhino.
Oh, I love it. Saturday night at Patrick's, you got it, Jimmy B. I'll let him know that you sent me.
Ryan, this is Roc. I'm 57. Manuch is 65. We don't know how old Jimmy B is. He's over 80, so be careful when he tells you to go. You're in San Diego.
We don't
You're not
know
going
how
there.
old Jimmy B is. That's the best line you've had.
Well, he won't tell us. We tried to get it through HR, and they won't give it to us. So he's playing this card here.
It's a HIPAA violation if we ask.
Yeah, it's a HIPAA. So
I'm just telling you, Ryan.
All right, I'll
it
take
down plenty of times down there.
Ryan, thanks, buddy. Enjoy the ride, man. We can't wait to talk to you next week.
Sounds great. Thanks, boys.
That's right. It's joyous. I mean, when all of a sudden you become the guy that knows what bars are great in San Diego?
Because I've been in all these cities.
We've all been to the cities.
Is Pat still there?
Patrick's?
I have no idea.
So why would you?
No, Pat. I don't know. I don't know if the owner.
No. That's not the question.
What was the question?
You suggested it was to Pat's.
Patrick's.
Okay, whatever.
Patrick's,
Is it still there?
Absolutely.
You positive?
Yeah, I went there last summer.
You're positive.
Which
I was there last summer.
Okay, so you're positive it's there now.
Why,
Not last summer.
why wouldn't it be?
Don't give it any advice unless you know that same bad boy there.
I'm just
Did you gotta
telling
pull it up on your computer?
it's a terrific R&B blues bar. They have great music there almost nightly.
Did you see if Patrick's is open?
Do you feel that you have to prove that you're cool or you were cool? Like you know everything. I mean, you as like a prominent play-by-play guy.
Yeah, so I did a lot of places.
You did a lot.
Yeah.
Because I agree. Yeah. Color analysts aren't worth the what.
No, I agree.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
You guys drive it. You do it all.
Yes.
If the play-by-play guy calls out sick,
yeah,
color guy can't do it.
No,
color guy calls out sick, play-by-play's got it.
Yeah.
Manuch doesn't believe that. We've been
Because
fighting
I've
that
done
for
them
20
both. I've done both at one time, too. Same time.
He's trying to be involved in our
No,
I know.
not a
Because he's been fighting
See,
for
that's
20 years.
That's the color man.
No, color guy's just
Color
supporting
man
it, not more.
brings the color, brings the enthusiasm.
But my point
Ryan,
is,
how come?
But my point is, the broadcast will still go on with the play-by-play guy not having a color guy. He can't go on if it's just a color guy. He can't do play-by-play.
I can handle
You can, but
play-by-play.
most can't. You're going to tell me the Matt Leinerts and all these guys that are former athletes they can do the play-by-play?
Well,
We're
Brady
going to have
probably-
Bill Rafferty do the play-by-play, and I've worked with.
We're going to have Tom Brady do the play-by-play. They can do everything.
Tom Brady's different because you just have a man crush on that guy.
I love Tom Brady.
All right, we need someone to compete against Nova, as in Villanova, here at Twin Peaks Camelback. It's called Peaks Picks. You're playing for a man card. Get yourself a few beers and some great food. It's all brought to you by Michelob Ultra and Bud Light. All you need to do is be the fifth caller right now at 602-230-0620. That's 230-0620. We'll take the fifth caller. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B.
When it's game time in the Valley, you know what time it is. It's Twin Peaks time. Head to Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations and massive screens everywhere you look. From basketball, baseball, to hockey, fights, and more, there's no better place to catch every play and all the action. Bud Light is a proud partner of sports fans everywhere. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Join the team at All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing company and leader in roadside service. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service pros ready to grow with us. You'll enjoy state-of-the-art equipment, consistent schedules, full health benefits, a strong 401k match, employer life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Take your career to the next level. Apply today at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward.
The road to the championship ends Monday, April 6th, and the place to watch it is DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale with Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B on ESPN 620. Join us from 1 till 4 p.m. as we break down the matchup, the betting angles, and everything you need before tip-off of the big championship game. Cold drinks, big screens, and the best sports crowd in the Valley. Come hang with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Live Monday at DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale. The championship game deserves a championship setting.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm Kevin Rowe from Lerner Rowe, and we've been serving Arizonans for 20 years. Make the best choice after an accident. Call 977-1900. That's 977-1900.
Have you ever been to Rodizio Grill? Let me tempt you. Start your Rodizio experience with our hot, unlimited appetizers. Indulge on our award-winning gourmet salad bar with over 35 items. Then, 16 delicious, sizzling, rotisserie grilled meats and grilled items like our tender top sirloin and Rodizio's signature glazed pineapple, as much as you'd like.
Rodizio Grill, the Brazilian steakhouse.
Located in Mesa, North Scottsdale.
Phoenix, if you need a plumber, call the team that does it the right way. Victory Plumbing Arizona. It's particular plumbing for particular people with upfront pricing before the work starts. So there's no surprises when the job's done. And here's a deal just for listeners. Tell them you heard Victory Plumbing on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, and they'll waive the service charge. For leaks, clogs, water heaters, or anything plumbing, book today at victoryplumbingarizona.com. ROC number 268603.
Are you ready? It's your weekly chance to challenge one of the beautiful girls from Twin Peaks. It's Peaks Picks. The Twin Peaks girls are the essential ingredient to the perfect lodge experience. Each week, our girl next door Twin Peaks contestant takes on an ESPN 620 listener for 3 games. Get the most picks right. Win a $25 man card for one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks locations: Scottsdale, Phoenix, Glendale, Tempe, and Deer Valley. Now, time for Peaks Picks.
All right, Peaks Picks brought to you by Bud Light and Michelob Ultra, of course. Thursday nights, or Thursdays in general, all 5 locations, draft specials on Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Of course, happy hour starts in about 10 minutes at 3 o'clock. That'll go to 6. You got reverse happy hour at, I believe, 10 o'clock. So that is at all 5 locations. But we have Nova joining us. Nova, how long have you been working for Twin Peaks?
I worked here for about 7 months.
7 months. Are you a big sports fan?
No.
Where you from? Where you from originally?
From Phoenix.
You're from Phoenix. What high school did you go to?
I went to 3 different ones. I went to McClintock, Black Canyon.
McClintock Charger.
Yeah.
Go, girl.
Yeah, and Willow Canyon.
Willow Canyon. All right. Wow. So the way this works is Jerry in Phoenix already gave us his picks for Sunset, San Antonio, Texas A&M, St. Mary's tonight, and then University of Arizona plays Long Island tomorrow. So all we need is the winner of the first 2 games, and then I'll ask you a different question on the third one. So Suns are in San Antonio to play the Spurs. Who you going with? Suns or San Antonio?
I'm gonna say San Antonio Spurs.
All right, so go with the Spurs. All right, who's Nova going with? Or I'm sorry, who's Jerry going with?
Jerry also ran with San Antonio on this one.
Oh, okay. All right, Texas A&M versus St. Mary's. Who do you like in this one?
I'm gonna say St. Mary's.
Oh, all right, St. Mary's. All right, and what did Jerry go with?
Jerry rolled Texas A&M.
All right, last one, and we need a score on this one. All right, so Nova, I need a score. All right, so let's do something here. That University of Arizona at Long Island is playing Long Island. Long Island. Yes, I need to know the score or the team that's going to win and the score.
Okay, I think Arizona's gonna win, and I think it's gonna be 74-50.
74-50. All right, good stuff. All right, that was that easy. What did Jerry go with?
Jerry also took Arizona, and he took that score 80-55.
All right, so it's going to come down to that for the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So, all right, hey Nova, good job. See, that was easy. That was so simple, right?
It's so
That's
simple.
all you got to do. All right, that's good. We appreciate Jerry hanging out with us. She's been working here. What did I say, Jerry? I meant Nova. Nova's been here for a while, 7 months, and happy hour is getting underway at 3 o'clock, and it's brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light, the official partner of Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B's March Mania coverage. Yeah, whatever you just did.
Yeah,
can you keep it there?
Yeah, I just turned it all down a little bit.
Really, good idea.
I turned it down. It just got a little loud in here with all those scores and coming back from the breaks and what have
I'm
you.
yelling in my microphone.
Yeah.
You can turn me on. No, we're
No,
good.
no.
We're good.
Excuse me?
Jimmy's in a timeout.
No, I just researched Patrick's.
Okay.
So, and they're there.
All right, well, you got to tell us.
They're there. Yeah, you want me to see
is
which
it a
band
it's
they're
a
playing?
gas pub or
I
something?
can't hear you.
Manuch,
Come on, you
can hear
go
me
ahead.
though,
There
right?
we go.
What? You heard me?
No, I didn't. No, I heard you because you were sitting across from me. Now he's finally got me on.
All right, you're getting
Did
a
I
little,
turn you on, Jimmy?
Yes, well, I wouldn't go that
All
way.
right, you're getting a little ornery now. So what do you want? What do you want to bring to the
say,
show?
That's all I just wanted to say because you asked me. Manuch said, "Is that bar still there?" I said, "Absolutely." It's
So where
there.
is it exactly?
It's Gaslamp District.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just wanted to show his prowess at jazz, man. Did you sit in with those guys while you were there,
As
Jimmy?
a matter of fact, I did.
Yeah, you
I
did turn
did.
yourself down a little. You did jive.
I did
You
sit
jammed
in
with the
them.
boys.
So
I
there's
did.
no height restrictions or anything there.
No, because it's a real high stage.
They get that mic and lower that bad boy.
Yeah.
Why is it the way where tall people they like to rip on short people, but short people always just go along for it. They all come back.
Because
You're
I
just
don't
used to it.
Because I don't give a damn.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why?
Doesn't matter. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't change.
It's hard for them to stand up to that.
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You gotta look up to it. the
So
guys, right?
I don't look up to anybody. Here's the thing. I'm checking to see who's playing. It is Sound Rejects who are playing Saturday night. I don't know that.
So let me ask you, you have no trouble on that little phone of yours to be able to do research. But I give you a Mac Daddy laptop to do research on, but you can't get that to work.
Because it
It's too
blows
big?
up. No, it blows up all the time.
Does it really?
Yes.
Why?
But even Manuch is trying.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And it's blown up.
I think it's
it's not operator
on
error.
surface. They make these services for anybody.
It's operator error. Rock,
3-year-olds
trust me.
can do it.
I've watched how he manipulates it, so it's operator error. So no, you got to go this, and this
Because it's a Surface. It's not. It's not,
Not
like,
an Apple.
It's not an Apple or a regular.
It's a Dell, and he's pretty much just trouble. But we're there to help him out. When you're not, we'll try. At the 25th time, we think
Do you
we
have
get it.
at home? Do you have a desktop, or do you just use it?
No, I use an iPad.
So you do all your prep on an iPad.
Yep. Much easier.
Then why are you?
Because I'm a typist. And
You're a typist?
I am a typist.
I didn't know you were a typist.
Damn straight.
Did you know Jimmy's a typist?
Wow.
75 words a minute still.
So when was the last time you timed yourself? How would you know you're 75
years
words?
ago, but it's
Yeah.
fun to do.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But Jimmy and I are on in the morning. I see him type. It's like hunt and peck. Stuff
No,
just
that's because I'm
slow,
doing it on this computer,
slow.
not on the iPad.
So why don't you just use the iPad instead of a laptop?
I did that, but it didn't work as well. And then you gave me this computer to use, so I wanted to make sure that I was paying, that I was doing it correctly for the boss. So that's why I've been using the computer that you gave.
But we're realizing that's not effective. So we may want to go back to the tablet. I buy you a new tablet because your tablet's probably so old, right?
Yeah, but it still works just fine.
It does.
Yeah.
See, I think when you get in your 80s, you don't like change. You don't like new stuff, right? Are you okay with all the technology? You okay with it?
I'm okay with it, but I just don't operate it real well. There's a big difference.
But if
I'm okay with it, but a lot of times it's operator error.
So do you have that same issue with like brand new technology in golf?
As to what?
Like if I want to give you like a really nice driver, a 2026 brand new tailor-made driver.
I'll still hit the hell out of it.
Yeah.
hit that. What? 230?
No, about 220 is my top. However,
Hits the hell out of it.
The 220 is not bad.
When you're 92, but
That's
here's
pretty
the
good.
deal. Here's the deal. If I catch it and I'm playing in the summer when the ground is hard, that baby after
Will
it
run.
hits 20 more yards. Yep.
Is that frustrating because then you got to walk more?
No.
Do they have golf carts out there, right?
Yeah.
Or do you walk ever?
I walk. In fact, when we get done, when I get home, I'm going to go walk 9.
So you don't bring your golf clubs? You just walk the course?
Are you one of those guys that takes like 3 clubs and go gets 9?
No, dude.
That's
I
it.
Put my clubs on,
On your
the
bike?
I wish they could make a rule where you can't walk on golf courses unless you're playing. I mean, there's like where
You
I
get
play.
that?
Oh my gosh.
Serious?
Morning walks.
There's people on Gainey all the time that aren't playing golf. It's like, come on, because you're driving and they're walking, you know.
Oh, man. Are they walking their dog?
Yes.
And their dog's pooping on the grass.
Yeah. Hey, Sports Shuffle's next. Roc and Manuch with Jim B out here at Twin Peaks, Camelback.
You're a good sport, Jimmy B.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either, because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself and Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
I need a little range.
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
In the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Bigger fields, bigger events, bigger experiences. Arizona Athletic Grounds. Arizona Athletic Grounds is a 275-acre sports and entertainment destination for athletes, fans, and families. Located in Mesa, AAG is one of the largest multi-sport complexes in the country, with over 475,000 square feet indoors and more than 150 fields and courts. From tournaments to training to cheer, dance, concerts, and corporate events, the grounds does it all. Learn more at azgrounds.com. Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
KTAR AM Phoenix, Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, is ESPN 620. And now, an on-air sports marketing presentation. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, now on ESPN 620, 98.7 FM HD-2, and streaming live at arizonasports.com. The guys are powered by the law offices of Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. And now on your ESPN station in Phoenix, ESPN 620, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
All right, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock on the East Coast. First day of the dance is living up to its name. Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B out here at Twin Peaks. Camelback, thanks to Bud Light and Michelob Ultra, as we got a madness update for you. We have our first massive upset of 2026, 12 seed High Point stunned number 5 seed Wisconsin this morning, 83-82. As Chase Johnson, a guy who literally hadn't made a 2-point bucket all season, hits a fast break layup with 11 seconds left to send the Badgers home early. We almost had the unthinkable for a home game, basically in Greenville for Duke, as the number 1 overall seed. Duke trailed number 16 Siena by double digits in the second half, but the phenom Cameron Boozer put the Blue Devils on his back with 22-13 just to survive. They win 71-65. Some other headlines. History in Nebraska. The Huskers snagged their first ever NCAA tournament win. They blew out Troy 76-47. TCU survived a nail-biter against the Buckeyes, winning on a layup in the final 4 seconds. Louisville back in the win column as they took care of South Florida 83-79. What else scores do I have? Vanderbilt over McNeese. They advance 78-68. We also will have some primetime action beginning shortly as number 6 North Carolina versus number 11 VCU. And that'll get going here in about 50 minutes. Michigan, Howard, and that'll get going just after 4 o'clock. So some good games so far to get the ball rolling on the first day. Of course, the big story is High Point and what they were able to do to pull off the upset over Wisconsin, the first major upset. And now we wait for some of the other games. You got Michigan State having no trouble with North Dakota State. I believe that game is kind of late in the second half.
And Arkansas, middle of the second half, is up 20 over Hawaii.
Yeah, so Hawaii. I can't believe they're in the tournament.
Sounds funny, doesn't it?
It kind of does. It's like, all right. So whatever. So the first wave of games are going on. We got a late slate. We got my alma mater, Penn.
Okay.
We got Illinois, Kennesaw State, Gonzaga, Idaho, Houston, St. Louis, Georgia. Those games will be tipping off a little bit later tonight. So not bad. Not bad for the first
A lot of
Thursday.
people like the St. Louis, Georgia matchup. St. Louis was on an incredible run. They won like 20 games in a row, and then all of a sudden kind of hit the proverbial wall and then lost a couple, and then they did not win their tournament, but obviously got in. This is a contest with Georgia. They're a team that has been up and down all season long, but they did finish strong, and so that is what got them into the tournament as well.
Looking at St. Mary's, Texas A&M.
I like that game tonight.
Yeah, that's a game.
St. Mary's going to give them all kinds of trouble.
It's interesting. They're 2.5-point favorites, dang near a pick 'em, but that's one of those games there when you look at, okay, the SEC versus small school St. Mary's. You look at the prowess that they had.
Hello, Randy Bennett.
There you go. Exactly. Hello, ASU.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's 62. How old's Patino and
Patino's 73.
yeah.
Bennett is 60.
And then you got a couple other guys are in their 70s still going strong. So I'm not buying the H.
I'm not buying the H thing.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
They can make it happen. Especially Patino can make it happen at St. John's.
Yeah.
With that energy. So, yeah. And then you just wonder if there will be that proverbial blowout by Michigan and Howard. But that Siena-Duke game, talk about having everybody on the edge of their seat, and they end up winning it by 5. Were they down by 14 or 11 at one time, that being Duke in that game. So, I don't know. It's you look at these games, and you think of High Point who? Over Wisconsin. That defensive juggernaut Wisconsin allows 83 points in that game.
Roc said something early in the show, and I forgot to respond to it, so I'll do it now.
Yeah, wait.
You talked about upsets in the first round. Okay.
No, I talked about the fact that some of these smaller schools play these teams strong in the first half.
Yes.
Like a Mid-American team would in football against a Big Ten team.
Yes, but
that was a long time ago. You remember? You're going way back. That's like first segment of the show.
Hey, listen.
That's the first hour.
I still got brain cells.
No, what I'm saying is not really.
I got brain cells.
Well, that's a 2.5-hour delay.
That's okay.
Oh, man.
Well, you've been bitching at me the whole time.
Talk about
I'm
dial-up.
good time today.
Roc,
Buy you a beer after.
So
this.
here's
talk about dial-up.
Here's my point. here's my point is that when do the upsets most likely take place? In the first round, okay? And why is that? Is because sometimes the really good teams, it takes a while for them to play themselves to that level. And you can't help it. You're talking about young men. I don't call them kids. They're young men, and now they're mercenaries because they're paid to play. But they are 18 to 22, most of these teams. And when you see that you're going to play like Arizona and you're going to play Long Island, oh, we just have to get off the bus and we're going to win. That could have been a case which happened with Duke and High Point, and that is why Duke and High Point in Wisconsin, and that could have been the case why High Point was able to stay in the game against Wisconsin and beat the Badgers.
But you know what? I mean, no, I don't care no matter who you play. These kids, these shooters shoot against anybody.
They do.
That make any difference. I mean, you look at the Miami game, the Miami-Ohio game last night against SMU. You sat there and went, okay, SMU, you would think. Not that it wouldn't be a good competition, but I mean, Miami, who's been shooting threes, who's been shooting progress aside from the one game, they didn't care where they're at. Yeah. They shot back. Everybody says, well, the background fits their eyes or whatever. These kids came out guns a-blazing. They missed their first three threes. But after that, they're shooting dang near 40% versus SMU. So I think
you have to have no conscience.
You do. And I think that's what keeps some of these games we've seen that are competitive. I mean, look at Siena.
Yeah.
Outside, inside. Out to get rebounds. Now, Duke was ice cold.
They were.
Then they found their rhythm and tempo in that second half. We figured but they didn't pull away by 15 points.
No, they did not. No,
which I think a lot of us at halftime when they were down by 10?
By 11.
Yeah. That Duke would come back and beat them by 10.
12.
But
I took the live line to 7.5, still lost.
Do we ask
1 by
you?
6.
Do we ask you?
I thought it was
do
a
we
good
ask
time
you?
to jump in, you know?
And it was.
And I lost.
Nice drop in. What's that from the?
Nice drop in, Monty.
Yeah,
What's that from?
it's a movie that.
Oh,
Major
man.
League.
You haven't seen Major
All right,
League?
your homework tonight.
That's the one with Charlie
Sheen.
Sheen.
Yeah.
He's on the Indians.
Wild
Just
Thing.
a bit outside. I've seen it. Just didn't pick up the reference.
That's a really good reference. But now you learn. Now, you'll learn.
We'll teach
Hang
you
out
something
with us.
every
day.
Yeah.
Every day we're
Hasn't seen Stripes. He's like, lucky you have
Those
seen
are
Rudy,
old
right?
movies. I was born in 2000.
Well, so what? Those are classics.
They're
There's
everywhere.
a lot of movies you
like
got to
the Wizard
see.
of
All right,
Oz.
but would you watch? You said born in '90 or
2000.
So would you watch the University of Arizona in the '90s when they got to the tournament? Would you
Nope.
go back and watch?
Oh,
that?
yeah, I would.
All right, so
I
why would
watched
you go
the
back and
97
watch a
game
great
for it.
movie?
I've seen Major League. Just it's been a while.
But Stripes,
No, I've not seen that.
Caddyshack.
I've seen Caddyshack. That's an all-time great movie.
Well, wait till you see Stripes.
Whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa.
a fact.
Jack.
How about Blazing Saddles?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen
The,
Rudy?
the dirty
Rudy is one of my favorites. Yeah.
Boy.
But if you watch Blazing Saddles, you can't watch the one that's on regular TV.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
You have
when
to
it's on
watch the
cable.
uncut one.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know there was a difference.
Oh,
it's
there
a
is
big
a
difference.
big difference. I'm talking big Peoria difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so big.
Yeah, it's great.
You just can't stop laughing. I mean, it's phenomenal. Anyway, we're going to do Sports Shuffle here in about 3-4 minutes. We'll get into that. But again, we're talking some NCAA basketball as we're out here at Twin Peaks in Camelback. Tomorrow we will be at the location in Scottsdale. And what's interesting, and I don't remember, I can't go back to being in college. You know, I graduated in 90 and then 92 at grad school, but 86, 87, 88, there were just 12 kids, adults, mid-20s that have been here for a while, having beers, eating, and they all did single tabs.
Yeah, I remember that. When we would go
I don't
out.
remember if I would have ever done that because I've always been in the bar business or restaurant business. That is the most annoying thing you could do
for
to
the
a server.
yeah.
We all have separate tabs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have 12 people, separate tabs. And that's something you guys would do in your
I was going to
friends.
say, I think more than 50% of kids my age probably do now.
I remember that.
Because you
We
guys
go
are
out.
just too stupid to figure out if 4 people, I had this, here's my money, here's your money.
Then one person uses their card and it's like, oh, I'm not going to make that money back. It's like everyone Venmo him and doesn't get his Venmo, you know?
See, we didn't have the
We did,
Venmo
yeah,
thing,
you just
so
gave
it's like
cash.
the fact you guys have that, it should be easier.
Yeah.
You have no respect for the waitress.
And Rocky was rare if anybody had a credit card early on. You know,
Nah, everybody had the Citibank.
Well,
Remember
yeah.
everybody had the Citibank
I
at
did that.
28%
Whatever,
interest.
whatever cash I had from the loot check that was left over,
I mean,
that was sparingly.
it was great back then when you go to the ATM, you take out $5, $20, and then you get enough for the whole night.
Those ATMs are just starting to come about in those late 70s. So
When
we
I
had
was-
cash, whatever cash
I
you
had
had.
cash. When I was driving my 1950 Plymouth, if I had that just came out that year, it was a brand new. You had it brand new?
No, hell no.
I paid 60
gotta
bucks.
get it. Yeah,
I
you
paid
get it.
60 bucks for that car, and I used bulk oil in it. The thing that I had, if I had 10 bucks in my pocket, I thought I was living.
So, Ron, when you so I think back when the March Madness started, you know, they only might have one game. They'd have like CBS was only one.
Yeah.
There's one
That was
station.
it. One station.
So
Now
they
you
would
gotta,
do.
now you got to find where's True TV.
Yeah.
Where
But the
where's
thing
CBS?
was, if you went somewhere, they didn't have sports bars with TV. You had to go to somebody's house that had cable, or basically you watch the late game early, or you watch the night games. That was about all you had to watch.
Well, it was all
You can't
regional,
watch-
right? So you
Yes,
would just
yeah.
watch, any game or
Any
any
game
school
that
that was
was
close
on.
to you, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to do our sports shuffle. The NFL may be bracing for replacement referees again. And Major League Baseball just made a fascinating move into the prediction markets. And LeBron James and what his thoughts are investing in the Las Vegas ownership deal and some of the wild combat sports twists involving the UFC and the White House. We're going to get into a sports shuffle next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here on ESPN Radio Phoenix.
We get it. A meal shouldn't cost you nearly $20. And we agree. At Venezia's Pizzeria, lunch or dinner for under $10 is still a thing. And for an even sweeter deal, stop in and grab a Slice Rewards card. Get a stamp for every qualifying Slice special. 10 visits, 1 free qualifying special. Simple. And every Tuesday, we double your stamps. That's your free pizza twice as fast. Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition with great rewards.
Another Arizona storm season's rolling through. Before the next big downpour hits, call State 48 Roofing for your free roof inspection. Whether it's cracked tiles, flat roofs, or old shingles, don't wait for leaks to show up. State 48 Roofing is Arizona's #1 referred roofer, trusted for over a decade in both residential and commercial roofing. Protect your home, protect your business with State 48 Roofing. Visit state48roofing.com or call 480-268-4509 today.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selection. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
When it's game time in the Valley, you know what time it is. It's Twin Peaks time. Head to Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations and massive screens everywhere you look. From basketball, baseball, to hockey, fights, and more, there's no better place to catch every play and all the action. Bud Light is a proud partner of sports fans everywhere. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, the job works in your favor. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more on the materials they rely on every day. Get up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more, and up to 25% off Pergo Evercraft laminate flooring. Put Pro Savings Days to work for you. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
It's Thursday, and welcome to Lodge Mentality. The guys are live at Twin Peaks Phoenix, located at 21st Street in Camelback. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree beer, served in perfectly frosted 22-ounce mugs. Here's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
All right, we'll get back to some college basketball talk right now. It's kind of the slow time of the afternoon. Price is Right's on, so we'll get into our sports shuffle, just kind of going around the horn, and we'll start with the NFL as they're preparing for a contingency plan in case labor talks with the official union breaks down. Reports say that the league has started identifying possible replacement refs with a focus on officials that would be coming from some of the smaller college conferences. And it's a plan that they would include onboarding in April with in-person training in May. They're going to do Zoom sessions over the summer. They'll be part of the training camps in August, as well as be ready to go in September when the regular season starts. So why does this matter? This is a sneaky, huge story because everybody remembers how bad it was in 2012. It got bad, especially Hail Mary, if you remember that. If it gets real, it becomes a player safety, gambling integrity, how big that has gotten, and not to mention the game quality story immediately takes shape, and we're going to start talking about that. So the NFL really thinks fans are going to sit through a replacement refs again. We already saw this movie. Yep. It was an absolute mess.
That's why the officials have all of the leverage in this negotiation.
Here's the thing.
Make them full-time.
Yeah. After the Hail Mary, they fixed it the next weekend.
Yeah, they did.
They brought all those guys.
Sure.
That Hail Mary, interception. How about the pass interference by Golden Tate on Shields? and then the catch, and then you had one guy doing this.
Yeah,
that was
guy's touchdown.
That was the most embarrassing
Oh,
calls. So I really believe I agree with you about leverage here. That they basically we saw what happened. But Rock, you bring up the gambling. I mean, that is huge.
What do you have to lose as a small conference?
Oh my
rep
God!
If I say, hey Johnny, I know you're calling that Eagles Giants game. Come on.
Well,
I got over under 11 penalties.
Okay, now here's the other thing too.
You can call a penalty in every
Yeah.
call a holding
Yeah, you
penalty
can.
on every play.
Yeah.
Remember how many reviews they had when that was going on?
Oh,
I mean, it was like,
terrible.
could we please get on, make your call, live with it? But they had guys, and then the coaches, the players would berate these poor guys. I mean, it was just these guys were getting hammered, but it was the reviews.
Yep.
It was this call. It slowed the game down. They said it by not a lot, but by 4 minutes per game because of the reviews, because these guys were uncertain. But that Hail Mary showed the commissioner
That did it.
time to go get this thing done, get it set. But I agree with you, Jimmy. I think that they got to make this happen.
They got right away.
Go make it. And here's the other thing too: the officials, the National Football League officials, the majority of them have other jobs.
Right.
So they weren't hurting for paychecks.
No,
they were going to hold out as long
a
as
lot
they
of
had
them are attorneys, and I mean they all have lucrative professions.
And it's unlike Major League Baseball umpires, NBA. That's their job. That's their livelihood. So,
but their season is different.
Exactly.
They play 82 games for basketball and hockey, 100 to 60.
But what I'm saying is they don't.
And only
They're
17.
relying on a check.
They are.
The NFL referees, they're not relying on a check.
Heck no.
We're going to hold out to what we feel is fair.
Yeah.
But I think the angle, I didn't thought about that, like the gambling angle.
I think that's the biggest part of it.
Wow.
I think you're right. So
That's huge.
So they're ahead of it. They're truly ahead of it, the National Football League. So I give them a lot of credit. Another sport that's ahead of it, Major League Baseball. They have entered into a multi-year agreement with Polymarket, which will become the league's exclusive prediction market partner and the only platform allowed to use Major League Baseball team logos and their marks. So Front Office Sports is reporting that the deal may be worth between 150 to 300 million, depending on the structure and the extensions.
Wow.
So Major League Baseball says they're also working to kind of work on some integrity protections and some restrictions on markets and involving things like individual pitches and managerial decisions, umpire performance. You know, we know Laz is big into Kasha. Is it Kasha? All right, you don't need to talk. So, but yeah, just nod your head. Yeah. And if you're not familiar with that, you can bet on what's going to happen. Like it's right now, North Dakota State and Michigan State. Is that guy going to make the free throw or not make the free throw? You can bet on that. Yeah. And it's more widely expanded than that. But I mean, you could vote on, or you can bet on politics. And yes, Connor. What can we do for you?
I was just going to say on the topic of Kalshi here, a little controversial. Earlier this week, we saw that Devin Booker ended up signing on as one of the big partners with Kalshi. In the same week, we also saw Arizona, the state of Arizona, suing the Kalshi market for some of their predictions and things that they've been putting out. So a little bit of a controversy between Devin Booker and Kalshi there.
I think it's a problem, and it's going to become a big problem. I don't care what anybody says. This is not good.
Yeah, I think there's also with taxes and money and generation.
It was.
Revenue with the reservation. The other thing, too, I think it's just so interesting to hear some 25, 30, 40, 50 years later, guys are getting suspended for in football, basketball, baseball, for the gambling side. Here we are now. We're full-fledged. Guys they can't represent, be part of it. But we did go. You always go back on this day.
Yes.
I think it was a couple days ago. It was like Mickey Mantle and Danny McClain were suspended for like half a year or a year. And then Willie Mays was out of baseball, but he had been working at a casino. But he was still part of baseball at the Giants. He got suspended for a year. And now how we've come full swing with DraftKings and FanDuel and all that. And the incorporation is so ginormous. But the susceptibility to people, as Roc mentioned, if you get a couple of, replacement refs that need some extra coin to go call a couple extra flags, there's vulnerability, even though
it's big money.
It's big money.
So do we now put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, that's a dumb question.
Yeah, no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer.
I
think 99.9% of people out here think that he should be in.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not in with everybody else, but there's a wing for him. All right. Well, so those prediction markets, I mean, they're getting closer and closer to sports betting, but they live under different rules. Like they have a complete different regulatory framework. So I'm interested to see how that works. It can't be good with Booker. I mean, being part of that. I mean, when do you get to the point where you got enough money?
Well, I get it, but does the NBA sign off on that for him to be a part of that?
Did they control that?
Well, it's just kind of interesting. I mean, it just depends. Not that he would have any kind of shenanigans. I mean, is it an investment? What is your investment?
Well, to your guys' point here, this was something that kind of happened at the trade deadline. Was Giannis Antetokounmpo, who we all know was a guy to be traded, possibly a big name on the block. Well, Kalshi, another one of these prediction markets, was saying, where is he going to go next? And there was a lot of money coming in on where Giannis's next team will be. Well, as we know, Giannis ends up not getting traded anywhere. And then the same day the trade deadline ends, Giannis comes out and says, oh, by the way, this is my new partner. I've been partnered with Kalshi in the prediction markets, blah, blah, blah. So it is opening up these doors of really, it doesn't seem too fair. It's a little sketchy.
I totally agree. Totally agree. All right, this story is more odd than anything than a sports story. Reports out there that Antonio Brown was granted permission to leave Florida while awaiting trial on his attempted murder charge. Some of the notes out there said he had been facing some travel restrictions connected to the case. Now, why does this matter? It's mostly name recognition headline right now. Antonio Brown, this is no longer football news as much as it's another chapter in his legal saga, which has been going on at this point. But at this point, I mean, Antonio Brown headline, let it go.
That's
dude.
old news.
Like, come on.
I think he's old news. And he's claiming self-defense and brandishing the weapon. I agree with you, Rock. He's old news. He's yesterday's news. I mean, I don't care. I just hope nobody gets hurt and that somebody's brought to justice with Antonio Brown. But you're right. That guy's been nothing but trouble for years.
A couple more looks. So FEMA has awarded U.S. host cities for the Summer World Cup $625 billion in security funding. How about that? Wow. So anybody that's hosting it, New York, I mean, even up in Vancouver, I mean, they're all hosting matches before the World Cup, which is going to be here before you know it. Pretty excited about that. Because the White House sits on federal property and is not in one of the 50 states, the UFC says it will regulate its planned Freedom 250 card itself, with the Association of Boxing Commissions acting as like an independent third party on health and safety standards. So the UFC says it intends for the results to count as official. So whatever that is, it's going to be an official event, not an exhibition.
I think people forget all the time that Washington, D.C. is not in the state.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I missed that day.
It's the District of Columbia.
That's correct.
That's all it is. It's
all it is.
Separate.
Also, World Cup of Hockey, which was great, set to return in 2028, but Russia's status is unresolved as they remain banned from the IIHF events because of the Ukraine war. So we'll see how that turns out.
And like the Olympics, if the participants want to go participate in other countries or have their own separate situation, they can do that. But as a country, they cannot.
And then LeBron James, there's some talk about him investing into the new Las Vegas NBA team if that happens, which it will. And he said to reporters, no, I am not at all. Yeah, that means he is.
He is.
And last one, Front Office Sports again reports the Mets are entering this season with a $371 million luxury tax payroll. Woo! Only second to the Dodgers.
So they're trying to match.
This is coming up an 83 and 79 season for the New York Mets.
Those are billionaires trying to flex. That's all Cohen's trying to do, just trying to flex. I got more money than you do.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm showing you mine. Now show me yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Howard Balzer just group text us something, and we're going to let him explain because it's pretty big, and it has to do with the Arizona Cardinals. As the NFL Hall of Fame voter Howard Balzer joins us next, right after this ESPN Radio 620 Sports Center update.
It's now time for your Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Matt Lazarus. March Madness is officially underway and the chaos is already here. Number 1 overall seed Duke narrowly avoided a massive upset, escaping 16 seed Siena 71-65 after a scare that went deep into the second half. And we've already gotten our first bracket buster. 12-seed High Point knocks off the 5-seed Wisconsin. Chase Johnston delivered in the clutch, hitting a go-ahead late 3, and then sealing it with his first 2-point basket of the entire season. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update is powered by Twin Peaks and Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. With 5 Valley locations, Twin Peaks is your go-to spot for scratch-made game day bites. Try the new baked pretzel with chipotle queso, the double-stacked brisket nachos, or the smoked-stack burger loaded with smoked brisket and barbecue sauce. All perfect with the 29-degree Michelob Ultra Draft. Twin Peaks, beats, drinks, scenic views.
Game on Peoria. When it's time to eat big, drink cold, and watch every play, make it Big's American Bar and Grill in the P83 district. Big's is serving up huge portions of your favorites. Burgers, wings, nachos, plus a full bar and TVs everywhere you look. And don't miss happy hour Monday through Thursday, 3 to 6:30 p.m. with $2 off well drinks and $2 off domestic drafts, plus daily specials all week long. Bring your friends, grab a seat on the patio, and settle in for the game. Big's American Bar and Grill, where Peoria comes to play, eat, and watch.
The road to the championship ends Monday, April 6th, and the place to watch it is DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale with Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B on ESPN 620. Join us from 1 till 4 p.m. as we break down the matchup, the betting angles, and everything you need before tip-off of the big championship game. Cold drinks, big screens, and the best sports crowd in the Valley. Come hang with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Live Monday at DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale. The championship game deserves a championship setting. Phoenix, if you need a plumber, call the team that does it the right way. Victory Plumbing Arizona. It's particular plumbing for particular people with upfront pricing before the work starts. So there's no surprises when the job's done. And here's a deal just for listeners. Tell them you heard Victory Plumbing on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, and they'll waive the service charge. For leaks, clogs, water heaters, or anything plumbing, book today at victoryplumbingarizona.com. ROC number 268603.
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for Titleist limited time loyalty reward and promotion. When you special order any 3 Titleist Pro V1, Pro V1X, or Pro V1X left dash or AVX dozen golf ball, you'll get another dozen free. Golf with more speed and short game control than ever before with the #1 ball in golf. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Nobody. Whatever you're craving, we got it. Tequila cocktails, premium bourbon pours, and top shelf spirits served over ice balls that hit just right. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails, yep, all here. And with 5 Valley locations. And don't forget the teeth-chattering 29-degree drafts we're famous for. Pair it all with scratch kitchen bites that actually satisfy. From shareables to hearty favorites. When it comes to happy hour, Twin Peaks doesn't play. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Being in an auto accident is traumatic. You need to call the best law firm that has the experience to get you the best results. Call 977-1900. That's 977-1900.
He's been covering the National Football League for close to 50 years. A longtime NFL writer, broadcaster, and co-host of the Pro Football Hall of Fame show on SiriusXM. A Hall of Fame voter, Howard Balzer. Now on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
All right, it's not every day that we get like a group text from Howard Balzer after he tweeted out some information regarding some guarantees regarding some of the Cardinals signing. And instead of us reading the group text to the world, why not just have Howard tell us this and explain the pros and cons and why this is such a big deal? And he joins us now on the Right to a Guest sign. Howard, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, guys? How you doing? Yep. Doesn't it seem like deja vu all over again?
Oh, yeah. So elaborate on this a little bit. Let's just take it back a little bit, and then we can kind of dive into it because this is pretty interesting stuff.
And it's very similar to when I say the deja vu analysis. It's very similar to what happened when Monty Austin forced Jonathan Gannon came to Arizona only 3 years ago. And that free agent period included a whole slew of 1 and 2 year contracts where they were just trying to build the depth on the roster. And now we're seeing it again. There's a few more longer term guys, like Isaac Seumalo with his 3-year deal and a few 5-year contracts. But as fans are out there going, oh my goodness, where's the big splash signing? And I'll get into that in a minute because I don't think you have to do that to build a roster in the NFL. Fans love it, but most of the time, a lot of those deals don't work. But with 18 players, the Cardinals have now added 20 players, either re-signing them or signing that were with another team last year. And of those 20 players, 18 received guaranteed money. There's only 2 guys that didn't get any guaranteed money on their very low contract. Of those 18, the average guaranteed money in those contracts was around $3.7 million. That's it, $3.7 million. And some of those, the 2 or 3 year deals, like Steve Malo got a much bigger guarantee, as did Tyler Algier and a few other guys. But the huge group of these guys got very low guarantees and also low salary cap figures. And, that's what got fans going. Oh, the Cardinals have so much salary cap space. Go out and spend it. Well, you don't just spend money because you have it or use cap space because you have it. And the guys that they, in terms of salary cap hits, and in the first group, I included James Conner and Sean Murphy-Bunting, who restructured their contracts but had some guaranteed money in there. They're not included in the second group for the average cap charge because their cap numbers went down. And that was the point the Cardinals were making with that. So there's also 18 players aside from those 2 guys, and they average against the cap. I'm trying to look at it now because I wrote this a couple hours ago. Now I'm trying to remember what the number is. Do you have it in front of you?
You're at the total amount. Are you talking about the $50,670,000? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'll get it. I should have had this in front of me before you called. The total cap charge is also averages less than the guaranteed money, $3.19 million
right. There you go.
Against the cap. And there were some higher cap numbers in there for those guys I mentioned. But overall, they're just trying to build depth on this roster. And one thing I want to point out, too, is that, and a lot of people don't realize this, guys, in the NFL in the offseason, only the top 51 salary cap charges count against your cap. Only the top 51. And right now, the 51 cutoff for the Cardinals is about $1.1 million. So it means if you add a guy into the top 51, then a guy at 1.1 bumps out of the 51. So the net addition is a little over $1 million less. And so all those players counted about $50.7 million against the cap. But the net addition was only about $30 to $32 million because of the guys that aren't in the top 51 anymore. So I mentioned in my tweet, it's kind of, or maybe in the text to you guys, it's kind of like shopping at the dollar store. And for the most part, that's what the Cardinals have done with a lot of these guys that they've added to the roster.
And I think, Howard, really, to your point, it's guaranteed money, not guaranteed contracts. And they only are maybe a 1 year. All right, let's see if we're going to test. I'm going to test drive this product. If I like it, I'll extend it a year to maybe another 2 or 3 years versus, okay, I've got nothing to lose. I can get a bargain basement deal. Let me see how it works out. It's a good depth move to your point. And I just think that fans need to understand this. These aren't guaranteed contracts. It's just guaranteed money to scratch that itch as far as depth is concerned more than anything.
But no doubt about it. And one of the biggest things, guys, that I laugh at every year is that when someone will look at a team and they'll add up the total value, especially for teams that just spent crazy money, and they'll add up the total value of what that team spent or not spent, of the total value of what all those contracts is, and they'll say, boy, this team just spent $310 million. Well, no, they didn't. I mean, they didn't spend most of it yet because a lot of it is in year 2, year 3, and in some cases year 4. And then if the guy doesn't work out, most of the guaranteed money doesn't extend beyond year 2 or year 3. And so you can move on if you so choose because, like I said, there's no guaranteed money left. And that's what you have to look at. The biggest misnomer in all the stuff that everybody reads is the average per year of these deals. The average per year doesn't really mean much. It's how much, like you said, it's how much guaranteed money is in the contract and how long those guarantees go for, and then what the cap charges are. Now, a lot of times with certain guys, like Trey McBride, with his contract extension last year, we've seen structured new deals to have a lower cap number in the first year, sometimes the second year. And then there's a huge jump in year 2 or year 3 in the cap because, teams are planning for the future. But that's the way these contracts are structured. And the numbers that get thrown out there when players sign are very hugely misleading in terms of what it really means for the teams signing those deals.
So, Howard, business question here for you. So, at the 3rd pick, let's say they trade down, they get pick number, I would say 12 and 22 by trading down. Business decision-wise, does that give them more availability, or with the way things are slotted in that first round, does it make a difference? If I get the 3rd pick, I do. It's like, here's your slot. Or if I get the 12 and 24, does that make any difference business-wise with the amount of money they're going to earn or not earn?
No, it definitely does. It does make a difference. And the total contract for the 3rd guy overall, in a lot of cases, if you have 12 and 22, even though it's 2 first-round picks,
right,
that number 3 contract with the guarantee, well, the whole thing is guaranteed, but
right,
with the salary cap hit in year 1 and with the total contract, sometimes is less.
Okay.
Than, well, I'm sorry, is more than 12 and 22 combined, because in the first 5 to 10, the first 5 to 8 picks in the draft, they're much larger contracts, and then it falls very, very quickly when you get past the top 8 or the top 10. So if you do your job right, you get those 2 first-round picks, then you're getting 2 players who you believe will come in and hopefully should start for you. And depending on the draft and who's available at number 3, that might be a better way to go for a team. And so that's just the way the whole business, like you said, is structured. And let me make this point too, because everybody throws out there, the Cardinals have $40 million to spend and all that. Well, no one takes into account that, especially when you have that number 3 pick, then you have higher picks in the other round. So those contracts are worth more. The rookie pool, every team has a rookie pool, which goes against the cap, which they can't spend more than a certain amount. And when you have the number 3 pick and those early picks, the Cardinals will have between a $12 and a $15 million rookie pool for this year's salary cap. Now, some of the later round picks won't count against the cap right away because they won't fall in the top 51. But if they make the team, they do count. And so you have to plan for that. You have to plan for your practice squad, which isn't a huge amount of money, but a practice squad costs about $5 million for the year. And then you have to have a cushion for injured reserve. I mean, I might have mentioned to you guys a few weeks ago, I think I did, but if I didn't, the Cardinals last year on the roster last season for players who missed games because they were on injured reserve counted $76 million against the cap last year. That's a huge, huge number. And let's remember, when you put a guy in injured reserve, he still counts against the cap, but you have to replace him on the roster. And that's a new guy that's counting a certain amount. A lot of times it's a lower contract, but it still counts when you're during the season with your 53-man roster. So those are all the things that teams have to plan for, which I think when people throw out these numbers in the offseason, they don't even understand how this all works and how teams are always looking at that as they plan ahead.
So, Howard, you're basically saying where we see other teams in the NFL making deals that is not going to be the case the rest of the summer here until the draft. for the Arizona Cardinals because they are shopping at the dollar store.
Well, and here's the thing, guys. Free agency is almost over. I mean, I looked at this in the first 3 days of the period, the 2 days before last Wednesday when the contract negotiations were going on. But in the first 3 days of all of that, there were about 200 new contracts signed in the NFL. Well, today, for example, I track this every day. Today, you know how many guys have signed new contracts? 8. That's all there's been today. And almost everybody all around the league are signing one-year contracts. So there's still some good names out there, but these are guys who are hoping for a big payday in free agency. They're not getting it, and now they're going to have to settle for whatever there. And that's also why a lot of players will end up signing a one-year deal, figuring, I'm not going to make the big money this year, maybe 2 years with an out after 1 year, and maybe I'll hit it big next year if I continue to play at a high level. So some players gamble, and it doesn't work out. So like I said, it's essentially, there's still players being signed, but nothing close to what we saw in the first few days of free agency. And that's not just with the Cardinals. That's everywhere right now in the National Football League.
Howard, great stuff as always, buddy. Who do you got winning the NCAA tournament?
Who's in it?
All right. Good. All right. How about Super Bowl next year, 2027?
Well, I'm already, guys, in Lindy's mode.
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to believe with the draft is
right.
a little over a month away, and so all of this stuff that's going on, I'm putting it all together for Lindy's, and I'll have an opportunity then when the true dust clears and the draft rolls around to see what each team looks at. But I'll say this: I have to predict every year who's going to be in the Super Bowl, and I've never done it once. And in 30 plus years that I've been doing Lindy's. So, I mean, anybody can guess. Anybody can put fade out. I know everybody loves it. Oh, here's who's going to be in the Super Bowl. But it's just a guess. You might as well throw darts at a dartboard, and you'd have just as good a chance of picking the winners from your teams should be pretty good.
Well, just stop taking the Cardinals every year. I mean, you'd be all right. I mean, come on, Howard, Howard, as always, buddy, thank you, man. Have a good week.
Same to you guys. Take care.
Howard Balzer joining us here. Of course, CardsWire, USA Today. All right, we got our Learner Row one call. That's all. Kind of wrap it up here from Twin Peaks Camelback. Tomorrow we'll be out at Twin Peaks Scottsdale. Great day of basketball. And the madness has definitely happened today with some of the upsets. So we'll recap some of those next. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, right here on ESPN Radio Phoenix.
Now open in North Scottsdale, it's the Orangedale Lounge. ODs, right off Thompson Peak and Bell, next to Bash's. Your new favorite dive bar has arrived. Cold drafts, chill vibes, always affordable prices, and the OD Mug Club, a one-of-a-kind membership you won't find anywhere else. No frills, just great people, ice-cold drinks, and a bar that feels like it's always been there. Follow at OD Scottsdale and get the scoop at orangedalelounge.com. Orangedale Lounge. Dive in and drink up.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is bad enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a lowball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Learner on Road today. 977-1900.
Hey, every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, make sure you're locked in for the Lopes Report, powered by Global Credit Union, on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B right here on ESPN Radio Phoenix. Each week, the guys are talking GCU athletics, the playmakers, the coaches, and the people building one of the fastest rising programs in the country. And if you miss it live, we've got you covered. Every Lopes Report is posted on the Arizona Sports app and the guys' social platforms. The Lopes Report, Tuesdays at 2, powered by Global Credit Union.
Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, after hearing Mike Rowe's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today! Exclamation point. Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words switch today in capital letters with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So, folks, take it from James in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
It's the Lerner and Rowe one call, that's all call of the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
High Point's got the rebound on the outlet to Johnston. And it's first 2-point for the year. It's High Point the lead. Comes the long ball. That's what Wally called for, but it is intercepted. And High Point, the Panthers, the 12 seed, continue on as they upset the Wisconsin Badgers 83-82. And the Panthers march on here in March. Unbelievable. All right, True TV with the call there as High Point beats Wisconsin. That's the big story of the day. Duke almost went down to Siena. That was a big game. And how about Nebraska getting their first win in the NCAA tournament for the first time? Our one call, that's all, is brought to you by Lerner Rowe. In a wreck, need a check, make one call. That's all, 602-977-1900. And always at lernerandrowe.com. Coming up in about an hour on the mothership, Arizona Sports, 98.7. Suns at the Spurs. Should be a good one there. Wemby versus Book. 5 o'clock there, also on 3TV. Diamondbacks, White Sox out there in Glendale. That will start at 6 o'clock. Of course, a lot of spring training games, if you have not seen in the news or maybe you haven't been outside, have been moved from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the night. Like tomorrow's D-backs at Salt River Fields, they got the Brewers at 6:10. Arizona and Long Island University, 10:35 start on TNT tomorrow. I'll be drinking one. And what? Been drinking a Long Island? Long Island iced tea. Yeah.
Can you finish one, Jimmy?
No.
So then why would you say you would be drinking one?
Because they taste great.
But you just take a sip?
I can't. No, I can do about half of it. Otherwise,
you have a low tolerance for alcohol.
Oh man, I'm always the designated driver.
Yeah,
I drink one.
I was gonna say,
one will last.
What are you
me
doing
2
tomorrow
hours.
night, Saturday night? I love it. Saving some money on Uber. Yeah,
you can save money.
Hey, what's on tap? Sponsored by Bud Light and Twin Peaks. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. They are the official partner of ours for all the March Mania. So there you have it for today and tomorrow. But it's a good day so far in regards to the games. I still think it's going to end up chalk. I'm going to keep my
for the most part
picks as I did last year. I do it again this year, and I think a lot of people try to get those upsets, and there are a few people that had High Point, including Laz, so we give him hats off for that.
That boy Laz.
I had TCU. Is that a stretch? 9 versus an 8?
I mean, that's a flip of a coin.
That's anybody.
No, come on. It's a flip of a coin.
Yeah, it's a Big 12 versus Big 10. Yeah, Big 10 is their football conference.
Wait, everybody was
Other than
telling
Michigan
me.
Right now.
Everybody was telling me.
Who's everybody? Name one person.
All
the people at the Lakes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. They're all there with their flip flops on, all telling me that Ohio State.
Birkenstock.
Oh, those two.
Yeah. What chance, Jimmy B, Mr. Basketball, do you give Miami of Ohio versus Tennessee tomorrow?
I give them a puncher's chance, but that's it.
What's the spread?
Laz will find it real fast.
I'm going to guess 15, 20.
No,
15. No, 15?
Probably 7.5 or 8.5.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Right.
Wow, 11.5.
Okay, so we meet halfway.
Because Tennessee was kind of up and down this year.
They have been.
Yeah,
you don't know which Tennessee team is going to show up.
They were kind of an up and down team, what have you, from that standpoint. That'll lead us to our State 40 Rookie. It's your call question of the day.
Bad question.
Call State 40 Rookie
Such a
today
bad
for hold on, for a free rookie,
Did you change
especially
it?
for leaks. No, I did not.
Change the question?
So keep the
Dude, you
roof
don't need to
sexy.
do the read.
I'm
can
doing
do
the read.
I do the read.
Hey, our boy Ryan, we do not want to screw up his read.
Who? Ryan. Who knows Ryan?
Our guy, our lead guy at State 40 Rookie.
His name is Jason Payne.
Our
Ryan.
boys.
Who's
Jason.
Ryan? Good job, Jimmy. Real good.
What?
Nice drop in, Manuch.
Thank you, Jason. I apologize.
He's been on our show 50 times.
Yeah.
And he calls him, what'd you call him?
I
Ryan?
was thinking of Ryan. My bad, Jason. I
Ryan
got it.
who?
Yeah.
Do you use a different roofer?
No.
Well,
no.
then,
Jason.
by the way,
guy.
did Jason come to your house?
Yes, he did.
Did he do your roof?
His guys did the roof. Yeah.
Okay, so his company did his roof.
Yeah,
did your
he
roof.
did.
Did
Outstanding
my roof
job.
as well. I'm buying a house that he did the
Yeah.
roof.
Have him
And you
inspected.
call him Ryan.
Yeah, inspected for
That's
free.
so disrespectful.
My bad. My bad, Jason.
I'm staying out of this one.
So here's the State 40 Rookie. It's your call question today after Miami, Ohio's upset win over SMU. What chance you give them of beating 6-seeded Tennessee on Friday? Just go to @Roc and Manuch on X or @Roc and Manuch on Instagram. You give them number 1, 100%, number 2, 75%, 3, 50%, or 4, 25%. So what chance do you give them right there? Kind of what the folks have to go with.
Looks like we have a 100% saying, 25% chance.
Terrible day. Terrible vote. One vote.
I give them 50% chance, but I give them a shooter's chance, pardon the pun, because they can shoot the lights out.
They can't shoot.
They have 3 guys with they hoisted 24 threes. They shoot over 40%, 45% from the field. Now the only problem is Tennessee's size down low. Tennessee's not a great three-point shooting team. So shooter's chance, puncher's chance, Jimmy B.
That's I would give them that. I mean, they're going. Didn't you tell me that the stat they shot 41% from three?
Over 40%.
Yeah, they're going to have to repeat that if they're going to have a chance to beat Tennessee.
Yeah, overall they shot about 40%.
Okay.
Shot 41 threes.
Okay.
So between Byers, Skulljack, and Elmer, they shot 24
Yeah.
of those guys as well. I'd love to see it because I don't think that, as we mentioned, SEC is that strong.
I'm just glad that Bruce Pearl had to just take his big fat yapper and shut up.
I used to like him. Now I just he annoys me.
He is annoying.
He used to be all right. Yeah. He'd be a great guy to have your coach. He jumps into the crowd.
Yeah.
He gets everybody involved. But now he's like, dude, just
He's
come
just
on.
a blowhard.
He's like Tom Brady. He's just trying to be relevant. He's trying to be relevant. Like Tom Brady's coming out now saying, "No, I'm going to make a comeback in the Olympic team."
How did we get back on Tom Brady? He's heading that draft, so he's probably trying to pull rank that he go be the quarterback for that team. Tomorrow, as you mentioned, we'll be the Scottsdale Twin Peaks. Catch up with Sean Salisbury, Scott Spreitzer, do a little handicapping, and then Mike Akers will join us tomorrow as well. Talk about today's game, tomorrow's game, and the weekend. The weekend at all Twin Peaks in Scottsdale.
All right, if you are looking for a place, there's 5 locations to choose from. Of course, that's Twin Peaks, and we got Bud Light and Michelob Ultra specials going on all day, all night here at Twin Peaks. So for Laz, Connor back in the studios, for Jimmy B and Manuch and Roc, have a great night. See you back here at 1 o'clock from Twin Peaks, Scottsdale.